Hello and welcome to the Irish Hunting Podcast, brought to you by myself, Brendan Maguire, and Anthony Grogan. We're going to be bringing you all the best hunting, fishing and field sports from around the country. Okay, welcome back to the Irish Hunting Podcast for episode 26. On this episode, we're going to have our, I suppose we call him our local chef, Jack oKeefe, on. He's going to talk about all things pigeon and trout and what's available to cook this time of year. We're also going to give you an update on our Daffodil Day charity drive, and as well as a bit of a chat about what's going on in the local area as well as the clubs and the industry. Hope you all enjoy. Anthony Grogan, how are you keeping?
Hi, Brenny.
What's been going on?
All good, man.
You're sitting over there like a Pigeon pup. You're full to the neck.
Near enough. Near enough. There's a little bit of room left for some dessert here we have in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a nice day, man.
Yeah,
we've been spoiled.
We've Jack oKeefe with us here, of course.
Welcome again, Jack.
Resident chef.
Well, boys, what's the story?
All good, man.
The story is good. We're
Full of barbecued meat.
Oh,
full of pigeon and trout. And
some feed.
Oh,
yeah.
stop.
I can smell turf off my upper lip.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing. You know, that's always been a great day. Huh?
And well seasoned. Near an eyebrow left, but full as a pinkin, as I say, isn't it?
Yeah, we got the weather right too, didn't we?
Oh, stop.
Yeah, it just was grand. Yeah.
Except when Jack were out in the...
I think you're sunburned, are you?
Yeah, I am. Is right.
Oh, yeah, you serious? Yeah, but the Lord, it's mad, isn't it? I was dodging rain here earlier on, yeah.
Sure, just...
Jack, obviously, of course...
Go to the good part of Kildare.
Oh my God.
There's nothing wrong with northwest Kildare.
Pure notion.
Says the Cork man.
The minute you cross that black water.
He was just this side of the hill, you know, in the shadows.
This is racehorse country around here, lad. Yeah. You're just a suburb of
racing
Dublin.
to get out of it.
You're a fucking suburb of Dublin. That's all you are. Come here. Obviously, we have Jack oKeefe here. We're going to be talking more about all things food, game food, trout, a bit of fishing and a bit of hunting and so on and so forth. Before we get with that, we'll do a bit of a roundup on some news. And shout.
There's a couple of things going on. So the NARGC are holding their handing of wild game meat course on the 6th of May. Bloomfield Hotel at Mullingar.
Yep.
It's 180 quid for a member. 250 for none. So
Good way of getting out and doing it.
Yeah.
Don't know if we'll make that one now because we've a few bits and pieces on.
A few was right.
A few was
I have an impending divorce coming up. Anyway,
look, it could be worse. I suppose I just want to mention as well. It's the renewals for your deer license.
Yeah,
applications are open now. So you can
don't do what I do and leave it till the last minute every year. So get them in now.
Yeah, I always do mine straight away because I'd leave it. So get your applications in.
You're for sure as well if it's up.
Get it in. That's very important as well. Yeah. What else have you got there? You've got
Dog Down Custom Calls. This is similar to our own fundraiser. They're doing a 100k walk for bone cancer, and you can find them on their Facebook link. Right. So Dog Down Custom Call. I won one of their calls last week in a competition. In actually one of these competitions. So yeah. They're supposed to be the business.
Deadly.
Custom hand collars for foxes.
Deadly. You'll have to get it. Did you get it yet? No,
not yet. No, we'll be trying it and testing it.
We'll do a bit of a test on that. So that'll be deadly. Yeah. And I suppose last but not least, review of your birds open season order. That's still going on. You can still go on, fill out that form.
Yeah, get that done.
That closes on the 3rd of May at 5 p.m. So I would urge everyone, there's no point in talking about it in 2 months' time when we realise we're not allowed to shoot woodcock or snipe or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now is your time to get on. Get out.
It takes about 4 minutes, man.
Yeah, just go and do it. Exactly. It's simple as that. That is a bit of a roundup of the news, I suppose, for what's going on in the next couple of weeks. Yeah,
look, our cancer raffle it was kind of kick cancer's ass raffle. Had some huge prizes. I think about 3 or 4 grand's worth of prizes in there.
Easy, I'd say. Yeah, easy. Yeah.
And we're almost sold out. I think there's only 2 or 3 tickets left.
Yes.
So we'll probably do that raffle next week when we have a little bit more time, because we We're being fed by the wonderful Jack today, so
We weren't going to pass up that.
no,
That's
and we had a busy week. So yeah, look, thanks to all the contributors for all day, and there's still people trying to give prizes up until today.
A few people we got in contact with that wanted to give prizes were saying we're going to just hold off on them for the minute. We're going to do something else probably towards the end of the year. Now.
Yeah.
We'll do another something maybe for men's health or something.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
So again, we're thanks a million for everyone that got in touch.
Brilliant.
So,
some serious prizes.
some
there.
people are going to win some savage stuff. So I think we'll hopefully we'll hit the €1,000 mark, which is
easy.
brilliant.
And then look at it, we kind of sold it basically in 4 or 5 days. So it's phenomenal support. Thanks to everyone who bought a ticket, and a brilliant cause.
put the hand into the pocket. Well done, fair play,
And the best of luck.
And the best of luck. Before we move on to Jack, anything else while going on in your club, Ranton? Or?
No, a quite enough week. I think we're taking in the hens now. I think on Monday or Tuesday, so that's starting. They're a little bit delayed. Just the usual vermin control, greys and mags in there. Actually, funny story. I have two of you. I was this morning. You asked me where I was going shooting this morning, and a mate of mine who lives up the road has an interesting problem with a grey crow. So he has a lovely house with about 40 windows in it, lovely horses and stuff. So through the last couple of years, obviously the horses are being fed, so are some of my pheasants. They love to walk in there. He's a rogue grey crow who has now learned how to literally clatter every window in the house. So he goes around from 4:30 in the morning to every window in the house and bangs the living shite out of it.
Are you serious?
And doesn't stop until roughly about 7:15.
Oh, be the folks.
Then he fucks off for an hour or two.
He's nap.
Yeah, gets the horses are being fed around from 7:30 till in around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So he gets fed, tips up to the tree, has a little perch and maybe an old poop, and comes back down and starts hammering away again for another 2 hours.
I do know what he is. You're misgendering him or he's a woodpecker disguised.
He's identifying as a grey crow.
Exactly, that's what it is. He's identifying as a grey crow.
He sees you coming with an over and under. He's not identifying as a grey crow no more.
I told him not to be listening to all that Sam Smith music, man.
That's what it was, man. That's what it was. Yeah. So is he still around?
Look, dude, I tell you one thing. I cannot get a pop at him. So I sneak around to the left, and a pigeon gets up, and he's gone. He's gone out the front. So I need to get 1 or 2 guns. So no matter which side I approach from, he's gone out the other side. I've tried trapping him, but he'll dance around the traps. I'm telling you, man.
This is serious intelligence.
He is like a stall-fed grey crow. He's like a grey crow on steroids, man. I'm telling you.
Holy shit, man! You end up breaking the window.
But I'm not going to be rushing, Lester. If you're listening, man, it's your own fault. You didn't put the ground into the gun club. This would have never become a problem.
Exactly. Lesson learned. I hope you learn from now on. Yeah. Tell the truth. You found that crow. So
I trained that crow. He's really an African parrot. You
have a weird way of doing shit, Grogan, but it works, man.
Yeah, we got there.
It works. It fucking works. It works. Happy days.
Yourself, any crack around the
Not really, man. To be honest, I haven't even been out there now. To be honest with you, last week it was just outrageous busy with work and everything else. So, it's quiet. The lads are still doing a bit of trapping and a bit of vermin control and stuff like that. Everything will be ready. Do another big work day now in a couple of weeks. Getting ready for the new Pulse, and that's about it, man. Haven't even really been out for a shot. Was in Lakeland Shooting Centre yesterday. Called down there and seen some of the lads, and man, it's one of those places I went in. Like I literally went in. I was like, I know what I want. Just I just said I'll see would they have it, like,
Yeah.
So I had my mindset. I was like, I'm going to get a Tekin out, Tika T3, fucking happy days. Said I'll call in and say hello to the lads and stuff, and man, he just kept handing me, have a look at this one. Here's how about the Blazer? And I was like, nope. Yeah, I'd love one, but no.
Yeah.
And then it was like, what was there? There was Mausers, there was Benellis, Berettas, Brownings. It was just one after another, and it was just relentless. So yeah, pretty much more or less
mindset
Beretta 30-06, I reckon.
Yeah,
single pole, savage. Did you see one? Did you see it? No.
I have a song for you.
What's the song?
3006 by Hardy. Class.
No way. Serious? Yeah. That's the thing, is it?
I was telling Anthony about it when we were barbecuing away. Great
3006.
Perfect for you now.
Is it?
Yeah. He sings a song about he came home after shooting the buck in the pickup truck, and the missus robs the the truck and the gun and the buck away from him. He just, the main chorus, I think the line is, what's another 3006 to a redneck?
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Untethered and Wanderwise, where adventure has no age limit. We're your co-host, Heidi Brandis and Nikki Mahundro, and we're here to inspire and celebrate women over 45 who are embracing their independence and want to explore the world on their own terms.
No way, man.
Man, I
I'm
tell you,
definitely buying a
if
3006
ever
then.
a song was written for a man,
Yeah.
I was pretty sure, but now I'm 100%
He was giving
sure.
out in the song that she took all his jerky as well.
No
all his
way.
venison
Well,
jerky.
he's dead right to be giving out. What the fuck was she playing at? That's fucking, you just don't go there with a man's jerky.
I didn't know he had relations in America.
We're all over. We're
yes,
all
look
over. Yeah. That's deadly, yeah. 30-06, man. That's what it's going to be. Oh, man, it's gorgeous. Straight pull. You know, like the blazer?
Yeah.
Oh, it's. I like it, man. It's really, really nice.
Happy days. So job
yeah.
done. No more.
Job done. No more shopping. I don't think that's. Yeah, I'd say that's more than likely.
Right, just we clarify this now, because this is the question. Now, did you put the deposit on it?
No, because we're still waiting for my section to come in, so I just don't know what to do yet.
Yeah.
There's one thing. Do you know the way some of the rifles, like he showed me, what did he show me? Was it a Sire? Or what did he show me? Oh, I can't remember now, but it was one of them. He showed me that many rifles on, but it had, you know, like the soft grip, really nice. You know, it's like what do you call it? Like what is it? What's the word I'm trying to think here? Jeez, mine's gone black. It's black. It's not wood. It's
not carbon fiber.
No, he had actually a couple of carbon fiber ones down there. Like,
Oh, he's seen the carbon
Did you see the carbon fiber ones? You were down there. Did you get your gun down there?
My gun's sitting in Lakeland.
Is it?
Waiting for me to fill out the paperwork.
Fill out the paperwork. Oh yeah, we need to get you sorted up on that.
I seen that carbon fiber one.
Did you see? It's mad, isn't it?
It's a gun for a car nerd, isn't it?
Yeah, I just like it's cool, but it's a bit too much flash for me now.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I just feel like a bollocks going down the field with that. I would.
You'd love to have it, but I wouldn't go
Yeah.
hunting with it because the slagging, the
You would.
abuse. I'd be the first person to abuse you as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Put like a Mugen sticker on it or something like that.
In my head, I'm going, that's gorgeous. Look at you and your carbon fiber rifle.
Yeah, who
I'd
does
fucking
this
buy
lad
it.
think he
I'd
is?
buy
Yeah.
it.
Would you?
Me fox slippers and me carbon rifle.
Some detail going down the field, like, oh the Lord. No, but he had no, do you know a composite? Composite's the word thing.
Yes.
But you know the way you can get like a soft grip one, so you can actually like it's almost like there's a coating of rubber. If you know what I'm talking about,
like
it's soft.
neoprene or not that kind. Not
Yeah,
neoprene, but I know what you mean.
it's soft, like you can
Yeah.
actually flex it, but which I really like. Now, unfortunately, the Beretta doesn't have that. It's a much coarser stock.
Okay.
But I kept saying to him, I was like, geez, if we could just get the stock off that one and put it onto this action, happy days. And he just like, yeah, but we can't.
You can't. Yeah.
I was like, okay, fair enough. So yeah, no, I'd be
99%
sure
Good,
that's what it's going to be now. Yeah, 30.6. So isn't it funny how things work out? Like, I literally walked in, there was like 270, and you know this 270 all year. That's how I was going. And a lad put it in my head about 30.6, and then I was doing a bit of research as well. And like, yeah, they're fucking fair round too now.
Yeah.
Fair round. So
Look, you can't go wrong with either. But like, if you like the feel of the gun, that's when you get the gun in your hand.
yeah,
you know.
you know, yeah. I just love that straight one, man. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
Like, and you see the way the rail. Did you see that video I sent you? The rail, the scope rail actually comes way
Yes,
over.
yeah.
It's mad looking.
Yeah.
And the safety on them is really like, what would you say? You have to like push it down and slide it up, and then when you want to take it off, I'm right in saying this. When you want to put it on, you just hit it and it just shoots on. So
it's quick on and hard off.
Exactly,
Yeah,
it's quick on, exactly, and hard off. And then there's the trigger on it now is weird because you know the way 90% of rifles are what they call like a direct trigger. So when you pull a lever, you know, you're literally your pin is sort of almost, you could say, nearly on the end. You can feel it, but this is different. This is a trigger like it's on a semi-automatic shotgun. So when you pull it, a lever comes forward.
Okay.
So it does feel different.
A little bit different.
Yeah, definitely different. Yeah, but you can adjust it. There's a couple of settings on it, you know. So
wow.
Yeah, so it's going to be class.
Yeah. Interested to see that.
Yeah. So
You've settled on your gun, Jack.
I have.
Yes.
Good man.
Well,
I'm hooked.
Without you're hooked, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that happened. Without we shot it, I knew that happened.
What happened? I came in here for the podcast.
Come in for the podcast.
I think I was sending you pictures the following day.
Oh yeah. If even the following day, I wouldn't even say.
I made it home.
I don't think you did. Now, to be honest, yeah, it was fairly rapid. So that was it. You decided that's it. You got the bug.
Can't wait. Just can't wait.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us what are you getting?
Just getting an. To be honest, not too sure.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
It's cheap. A Yildiz. Was it a Yildiz?
No, in the end it was an Optima.
Oh yeah, we're telling
An
about
Optima,
that.
just 12 gauge over and under standard. Very clean. I'd say it's only second hand. I'd say it's only fired about less than, I'd say, 50 shots anyway.
Are you
Definitely.
serious?
You
Yeah,
open it
yeah.
up, it's spotless.
Yeah, sure, that's all you want.
But look, just to start off with.
Yeah, sure, that's all
I'm
you
going to
want.
be baiting through briars and everything with that down.
Yeah.
Probably with yourself by my side. Don't be doing that. Checking to see how deep the dike is with the gun.
Use it to jack up the car.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We'll fix that there for you.
All right, sorry. Is it falling? Right, we're just doing a bit of technical difficulties. here.
Tighten it up.
Tighten it up. The tighter the better. Hold on, you want to lift it up a bit now, and then now we'll tighten it there. That better? No, still.
it's on-
It's flopping. I see what's happening here. Bear with us here, folks. We're just a few small little technical difficulties here. Anthony, you should sing an old song there. It keeps going.
3006. Redneck.
No, second thoughts. We need to get this
Maguire.
done quick. How was that, like, Jack?
Perfect now.
That better?
Now there-
Now
Yeah.
we're there.
Now we're there.
Excellent.
Yeah. Happy
There's
days.
a bit of a
Happy
droop on that microphone there, Jack.
days. She's a bit droopy.
Give her a bit of whiskey there.
Give it a stroke, make it stand up for me.
There you go.
Now we're
so
Yeah,
these
our
are
microphone has had enough. Too much whiskey, has it?
Don't
Whiskey
worry.
mic.
Don't feel too bad. We've
Speaking of
all
which,
been there.
what are we on there?
Oh yeah, we didn't even mention this. So we are on the 2 Stacks whiskey. This is compliments of our good friend Christy Malloy.
Yeah.
2 Stacks Irish whiskey, single malt, double barrelled, 43%. It is tasty. I have no idea how much a bottle of this costs, but it is good, isn't it? It's
Yeah, follow the 2 Stacks boys on Instagram. They're
Northern Ireland whiskey. Yeah, Great
Now-
Great Northern Distillery, County Louth. Yeah, they're right on the border. I actually would have thought they were actually the other side of the border. I know where it is. Do you know where it is?
No.
If you're going up the M1 and before you come into Newry, if you head off up the M1 before you come into Newry, you will see a big building on the left hand side. And you
Yeah.
can see the 2 Stacks sign on and all. Yeah, it's a good job.
Now, am I right in saying that? Like when I smelled it, it was. Is there aniseed there? No. Am I right in saying that?
I don't know if there's aniseed now. I can.
No.
I'm getting it as well. Getting that kind of Finley kick off it.
Yeah.
yeah.
On the nose, anyway.
On the
definitely.
nose. Yeah.
On the nose.
Not the.
No.
It's reminding me of tequila.
There is
Tequila.
that.
On the
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah.
And the first kind of sip.
Yes.
But I love tequila.
Yeah. True.
I
yeah.
actually, there's a proper taste of more off that whiskey. it's delicious.
Like a
A little hint of. Now, I wouldn't be a mad peaty fan. You're just going to have to hold that. Like, what would you say?
is she?
It's going to have all these big muscles for a reason.
Yeah.
It's fine.
She's still drooping. I don't like that.
It doesn't like me.
It doesn't like it. No,
Doesn't
no.
like Cork people.
Um,
Racist microphone. What did Roy Keane ever do to you?
but yeah, it's nice.
I like it.
Really
Good,
nice.
good taste off it. Good taste off it. Yeah. I suppose we were going to get into it. So we had Jack done an unbelievable cook up for us earlier on.
Yeah,
Bit of pigeon, courtesy of yourself
and Robert. Yeah,
and Rob.
we give him a.
Did he
you met
shoot-
Rob
did-
today? Didn't
We did.
Oh, was
We
Rob
did.
there?
you? Yeah.
Oh, grand. But you say, yeah. Did Rob actually shoot one? Did he actually shoot one, or did he just?
Well, there's
show
nothing on the video, so technically no, he didn't shoot one.
Right, yeah.
I know he did. He shot the most of them actually.
Did he? Yeah.
I just shot the best one.
Was that the one I burnt?
That's the one you burned. Yeah, no, they were shot local. Only just farmer down the road having a little bit of bother with some sheds, pigeon fleecing them with sheds, and there was a little bit of crop being sown out the back. So he just asked us to do a little bit of deterrence work.
Deadly.
So we duly obliged, and we just picked 7 or 8 out of them.
Grand.
And and the trout then again directly behind my house. So
Nice. Can't beat that.
as what would you say, field or river to fork?
Yeah, well, fresh. Yeah,
as you
Just-
could
hook the
as you
fork.
could get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honest to God, yeah.
As you could get. So
And then we're going to go into them step by step. But the cornbread, do we call it cornbread?
Cornbread, yeah.
Sweet mother of the vine,
Oh.
man. That is never tasted anything like that. It's not like
I'm
anything you
full,
can-
but I want to eat more.
yeah, it's not like anything
Yeah.
you can get anywhere.
Yeah.
Sure, it isn't. It's just absolutely.
It was amazing.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
like
it was
a sweet, salty kind of taste to it with a real mild bit of garlic.
Yeah, the wild garlic was just
Yeah, but it's
stunning.
mild, isn't it? Like it's
Yeah, cornbread is one of those like comfort foods that I love it. Like I think it's one of the best things ever. I think everyone should just have it in their freezer, have it in their repertoire. It's once you make it once, you go, damn,
Yeah.
that's easy.
yeah, right.
Like even last night, because I've always been used to it making it at work in massive scales. Like we'd be making it inside and work in sites that you have 900 people for lunch. you know, and you're making that many portions of it. And it's so big. But when I was like, last night was my first time making it in a small domestic quantity properly.
Okay.
Normally I just bring it home from work with me.
Yes.
I was like, man, this is easy.
Yeah.
It took from start to finish, no joke, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
No, so like literally brown bread easy.
Oh, easier.
Easier, yeah.
Way easier.
No way.
And if I undercook the cornbread, doesn't really matter that much.
Okay.
So
okay.
like, will I go to the recipe?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So bear with me, it's rough.
Okay.
Right? Because it was kind of one of those recipes that I kind of
Bit
threw
is-
together at home. I was
Yeah.
after coming off a rain-soaked pitch in Eden Dairy, covered in mud, and after showering with a load of rugby boys. You know, I was coming in.
And he doesn't even play rugby.
No, I just tag along.
Water boy.
I'll hold your jocks there, boys, while you go for a shower and need the soap.
And there was a common pass. With one of the lads, I thought it was brilliant. You know, I thought we'll discuss it later. Brilliant.
But
Talk about the
with
recipe.
the cornbread, right? I literally came in the door. I'm going to do this in cups and
Yeah.
tablespoons. Do it the American way. I normally do things in grams, but this recipe is so easy. You can actually do it with a mug.
Okay.
Let's take your favourite Barry's mug
Okay.
out of the cabinet, right?
Yes.
Not Lines, none of that crap. We're from Cork here,
I
right?
agree with you. there, I agree with
Barry's
you.
tea
there. Don't
all
like
the
that
way. Says the
Lions
man
tea,
who
yeah.
never touched tea in his whole life. If it doesn't contain coffee, I don't want it.
Ah,
but
stop.
anyway, a mug of plain flour,
Okay.
even mug, bang it into a mixing bowl. Now, the one little complicated thing here is the sourcing of the main ingredient, which is cornmeal. Most people nowadays will be familiar with polenta.
Yeah.
Cornmeal and polenta are pretty much the same thing, except polenta is a coarser version of cornmeal. So if you can picture polenta, that yellow corn grain that you'd see in your supermarket, the meal is just a blitzed up, finer, more floury version of it. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Any good Asian supermarket will have cornmeal, and it will say cornmeal and in brackets polenta.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
okay.
and it's just basically, if you look at the bag, it's just more fluffier than polenta. You can use polenta, but your cornbread will have more of a crunch and a bite to it.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine. But you know the way the one today kind of melted in the mouth?
Yes.
That's
yeah.
because of the cornmeal. So anyway, mug of flour, mug of cornmeal into a bowl. Then about 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Then 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and that gives it a little bit of a rise.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I put in about 6 tablespoons roughly of sour cream. That's rough now. That doesn't matter how much you put in.
Sour cream, as in the actual
The tub of sour cream from the
okay.
supermarket, yeah.
Okay.
And then a splash of buttermilk, about another mug of buttermilk.
Okay.
Mix it all together, and it should forms into like a paste, like a really thick gummy paste.
So
You were
not
saying
like
like
a dough.
a kind of pancake, a thick pancake.
Way thicker than
Yeah.
pancake, like even thicker than brown bread batter.
Batter. Okay.
Okay.
So then what for the main liquid then is you want butter, liquid butter.
Okay.
So what I did was I got my skillet, like a cast iron skillet,
Yeah.
put it on a hob on a medium to low heat. Then I put 7 tablespoons of salted Irish butter into it on a medium to low heat.
The real stuff now.
And I let it melt down in the cast iron until it became a completely liquid butter inside and it started bubbling away.
Okay.
While it was bubbling away, I got some wild garlic from the woods, chopped it up nice and fine,
Yeah.
popped it on top of the butter, let it sizzle away. And after about 3 or 4 minutes, that butter will start to go a hazelnut colour, almost like rolling tobacco.
Okay.
And we call that in the kitchen burn noisette or brown butter. The minute it starts to go that kind of little brown colour, take it off the heat and pour it into a Pyrex jug or another mug or whatever, something that won't smash when you put a hot fat into it.
Yeah.
And then grab that and pour it into your cornbread mix, and with a spatula or a wooden spoon or whatever, just mix it in until you get a pancake mix. If you have all your butter in and it's still thick and chunky and like a paste, and you just add a little bit of water to it, or a little bit more buttermilk if you have it.
Okay.
Do you know,
Okay.
or melt more butter if you want. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
It's all
just
about
to get the consistency.
Get it mixed together. Get that consistency exactly. So if you can imagine something a bit thicker than your pancake batter,
Okay.
and then that cast iron pan, don't wash it, don't rinse it. That will have that glaze of the brown butter still in it from when you
Yeah.
poured it out.
Yeah.
Put it back on a medium heat, then pour your batter in, fill your skillet up, just lightly smoothen it with a swipe of a spoon, and then bang it into an oven at 225 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
For that quantity. The bigger you make it, the longer it's going to take for the
Okay.
heat to penetrate through. And all you do to check it, it may take 15 minutes, it may take longer. But to know it's done, just get a skewer or a teaspoon or a knife, poke into the center, pull it out, and if the knife comes out clean, it's cooked.
It's cooked. Okay.
And it's
okay.
simple as that. Should be nice, golden, crispy around the edges. almost like a pizza on the edges because it'll kind of get crispy up on the side of the cast iron.
Man, it was so good.
And just leave it rest in the pan. It won't stick.
Yeah.
And if it does stick, scrape it out. It's grand.
Yeah.
And that's it. Simple as. And you can brush it with more butter if you want, and a little drizzle of honey, and away you go.
Oh.
Honey, there's a fucking
Yeah, we were talking actually before because you brought it in and I was starting to do what my mammy told me not to do. Start picking at the ring, you picking at the crispy bits and anyway, I had a little nibble and I was saying like it'd be lovely like for like a mop up for your pastas or something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Honest to fuck, yeah.
Like we were talking,
it'd go with anything.
A really dirty, cheesy mac and cheese,
yeah.
and the leftover cheese around the sides of the saucepan. Just use that to clean it up.
I'm thinking maybe it's the sweet. I'm thinking like even a little bit of maple syrup on that now.
I'd go for maple syrup before I go for honey with it.
Yeah,
definitely. I love maple syrup.
Oh man,
it's class. Do you know what would be unreal with? Just thinking about it now, is clam chowder. Do you know the Massachusetts, New England chowder?
Oh, it's the chowder,
clam chowder.
yeah.
Sound like Peter, the Family Guy. That and cornbread.
Oh man, yeah. Even normal chowder.
Yeah,
how good? Yeah, it's but like that. It's people
that could go with anything. Like, do you know that as well? The what is it? They make the crab meat. You know that like
party. I know the stuff.
Do you know that stuff?
It's a mixture of different meats put into a. Do you know that stuff? It's what do they call that? What they used to call it.
So this is like you know when they there's like a
you slice
crab.
it. No,
because sometimes in sushi, it's like
the crab stick.
Yeah, it's melded crab.
It's the little sticks, and it's kind of pink on the outside and white in the center. And it says in the back of the packet, may contain fish.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about the real stuff. Actually,
the real one, the good stuff, the actual crab sticks.
Yeah.
They're called crab sticks.
Is it crab sticks?
If that's what you're talking about, they're used in sushi.
Yeah.
And they're like a perfect little rectangular block.
Now this is like crab meat, so there's like fibers in it. No,
yeah,
you know that one.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Yeah. I can't.
But like that,
man,
you could eat that with anything. Like you could eat it like as you say, savoury. Or sweet. Sorry, or for mopping up.
Maple syrup and streaker ashers and some of that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I think when it comes to mixing sweet and salty food, you can't go wrong with spicy fried chicken on top of waffles with maple syrup poured over them. But when you're doing it, the mistake that people do is say, it's too sweet. The chicken wasn't spicy enough.
Okay.
You gotta get chicken, ring stinger chicken. Do you know where you're behind it, look like the Japanese flag the following morning? And you're
ring stinger chicken.
We always have the aloe vera baby wipes in the freezer for a reason. The miss always says, why do we have a freezer in the bathroom? I like Mexican food.
Put the Tyler roll in the fridge.
And then you pour your maple syrup over. And
man, I reckon, I reckon you're right there. I think you have something there.
What, the Japanese flag thing? Or
well, everything you're saying now is making sense. Do you know what I got? This is
open, closed.
This is, do you know the way I got this the other day? And it was like, I was coming home, of course, long drive. If I'm on a long fucking drive, if I'm going in somewhere, I get some little, like nut mixes or something, you know what I mean, to chew going up the road. And I love honey roasted cashews. Yeah, love them.
Yeah.
I also love chili cashews or chili peanuts. Love them. These were honey roasted chili cashews. And I thought it was a misprint. I was like, oh, that can't be right. And I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm trying it. And that's what it was, man. And sweet. It was it would burn the mouth off you. But there was a little sweetness to it too.
Have you ever tried smoked almonds?
Have I ever tried smoked almonds? Possibly. I can't rightly remember.
That's a game changer. With whiskey and a cigar. Smoked almonds.
Smoked almonds.
And all you do, you can make them. They cost a bomb to buy. A bomb. If you can get them in really good grocery stores, there's a great little artisan store in Kildare, Firecastle, Fallon and Burn. The likes of those kind of places would have them. But you're remortgaging the house. But just get yourself normal almonds at home. Yeah. Plain almonds. Yeah. Salted or non-salted, doesn't matter. And just get your barbecue. And what I do is I go into Maxi Zoo or Tesco or whatever, and I get, let's not embarrass myself here. Let's say you go next door to your local farm and you actually get proper hay, not the stuff from a supermarket. I'm really showing my age here, aren't I?
Do Tesco sell?
They do, animal bedding. Jesus. And then all I do is I put a bunch of hay at one side of the barbecue. I put a bowl of almonds in your steamer pot with the holes.
Oh, yeah.
Put your almonds into that. And then with a blowtorch or a lighter, set the hay on fire, put the lid down with the vent open so air circulates through. No heat. It's just smoking. That's it.
way, man.
Simple as.
Job
In
done.
this part of the world, you might as well do it with turf. So for that case, what you do is you put your turf into your stove and you get a pair of tongs, and when the turf is lighting and glowing,
Yeah.
you pretty much have your barbecue ready, have your almonds in the barbecue with the tongs, pick up the turf, sprint outside,
Yeah.
lob the turf into the barbecue, put the lid down, bang, done.
Oh,
And then when they're done, just toss them in salt.
one of the restaurants I love down in Barna, the 12, they used to do this thing like with their homemade sourdough, but they had like handmade butter and sea salt, and then they had this, now a little bit pretentious obviously, you know, but they had this like fucking test tube thing of hay smoked oil. So smoked, you know, like obviously like similar to what you're describing there,
Yeah.
but that real smoke, and so you drizzle a little bit over on the butter and a little bit of sea salt. Oh man,
Unreal.
you need a bucket of it, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Holy
tried
fuck.
setting up a startup years and years ago, down out the back of a friend's house in the Ballahora Mountains in Cork. And we tried to set up our own smokehouse business. And the main goal was to get to make an Irish charcuterie, because there was no one really doing it at the time bar for like Gubeen in West Cork.
Okay.
So we wanted to kind of make wild salamis, because we had a lot of friends that hunted in the area in the Galtee Mountains and stuff. So we're going to make like venison salami and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, that didn't work out, and we won't blame the health inspector. Counting back from 10 to calm down. What we did do is we started smoking butter and selling it into local restaurants.
Holy
Wow.
divine.
Now, it's quite difficult to smoke butter without it melting. And
I
you
was
coat
just
your
gonna
smoker
say
and it's
that,
all on
yeah.
the floor of the smoker. But
Yeah.
we did what we used to do is we used to put like bowls of ice underneath it. So
Okay.
as the ice heats up and melts, it just leaves off ice cold vapor and protects the butter.
Holy shit.
But when you go back into the smoker after 12 hours, the butter is like black on the outside. And then obviously you dump it into a big blender, blitz it all up together, and then we used to re-roll it into little like butter sausages. And we used to
Wow.
sell it like that. And there was a local restaurant down in Cork. Stunning place. If anyone's ever on a road trip, it's called Blair's in Blarney. Really cool guys. Duncan and
Blair's.
Richard run it. They inherited from their parents. And it's a proper pub. Not in the middle of nowhere. It's just outside Cork City, just outside Blarney, in an
Yeah.
area called Tower.
Yeah.
They basically just took a proper pub that did like corned beef, roast beef, that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And they just changed the ingredients to 100% local, from the best to the best. So they still did home style cooking in the pub, but they brought a chef level of execution to it. And then in the bar, they removed all Diageo, all Heineken, everything, and just replaced it with all artisans.
Holy
Now
divine.
causing uproar with the locals, but that was 20 years ago.
Okay.
But he was buying the smoked butter off us, and he was putting it on this treacle brown bread.
Oh.
So your proper brown bread, the dark stuff made with treacle, and he was using a porter from Ballyvorney in West Cork.
Yes.
And the smoked butter on brown bread was one of the most savoury things you could
Savage.
ever taste,
Lord, I
because it had that
love
sticky bitterness from the treacle,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and then the smoky salty butter, and then some Malden sea salt flakes on top.
Oh,
And oh gosh, it was something else.
Man alive. There's not.
isn't it a great country? Like, because
Yeah.
we have such,
Yeah,
like,
we do.
You
We
know,
do.
like we've some of the best. We have to have.
We have the best.
best ingredients
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah, we
I
do.
have to say, like the beef.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere else in the world that's kind of compares to?
Japan maybe a little bit. Powerful.
Yeah, with the Wagyu and stuff, but like,
I
to
suppose
be
Bra-
controversial or not to be controversial.
Go
here.
on, Jack. You're on it.
I'm on a roll.
Have
Go
another
on.
sip of
Have
whiskey
another
there.
sip of the whiskey for these. Look, I get the Wagyu and the Kobe beef thing, right? I get it. There's more fat in it than there is meat.
Yeah.
And that's great. It's tender. It melts in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I just like my meat to have meat.
Okay.
It's-
Okay.
I don't know.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just, I like Irish, Angus and Hereford.
Yeah,
Or even, like, try the heritage cattle. Like your Galloways.
I'd love to try that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I constantly get texts from people saying, is there anywhere I can source Galloway? Dexter is another one.
Yeah.
Dexter's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'd love a little pet Dexter out the backyard.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one?
Yes.
Yes,
I
yeah.
have,
Like the Shetland pony of cattle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, like that, like you know, the jersey as well. I'd love to.
Yeah,
Aren't
yeah.
they fucking like the big eyes in them?
Yeah.
And the milk. I think is 25 or 30% more cream content or fat content in the milk.
Yeah.
I love
It's
one
like-
of the Highlands. I think the Highlands are the coolest looking.
Yeah.
Is there some of them? Somebody has them in Johnstown, don't they?
There's some in Kilcullen.
Oh, is it Kilcullen, is
Across
it?
the road from my house, there's a herd of them. Well, my old house where I used to rent.
Oh, was there? Yeah.
There was an entire, I think it was like 20 acres, and I think there's about 7 or 8 Highlands with the horn still on them.
Yeah.
And the fringes. They're like little emo cattle going around.
They're
You
deadly.
can nearly hear them sing along to Paramore or something.
Brilliant.
They're like, what's that yolk off the Addams Family? What is that weird
Wednesday.
yolk? Is it?
Oh.
No, you remember the yolk that walks along? It's just all a fringe.
Oh, cousin.
Oh, yeah.
It was it?
Yeah. It was cousin it, wasn't it?
You
Yeah.
can nearly hear him. The people go, oh, it's such a lovely day. Little vans on their feet and everything.
Brilliant.
Bit of emo. Oh, classic.
So yeah, that getting back to the cornbread, like that technically could go with anything. You could
Yeah,
have,
could, yeah.
if you wanted fucking Nutella on it,
Yeah.
you can go that
And-
way,
yeah,
or you can go.
the corn flour. Pretty much, you won't get it in Dunn's, Tesco's, or Aldi's, right? Would you? Maybe.
Sometimes, actually.
Yeah.
Sometimes you will.
Yeah,
Okay. Like the stuff that I used to make the cornbread, I actually got in a certain discounted German supermarket that tends to have stuff that comes in and disappears out again and comes in.
Okay.
Randomly walking down the aisle.
Oh,
Starts with L and ends with L.
What's that?
Starts with L, ends with L.
Well,
Yeah.
you're drawing your
Two
own
letters in between.
No, that's what it is. Every town and village now in Ireland at this stage has this, like whether it's an Asian supermarket or whether it's an African supermarket or a Caribbean supermarket,
Yeah.
or an Eastern European supermarket.
Yeah.
They always have it.
Do they? Yeah.
It's much African supermarket. You're 100% all the time going to have it.
Okay.
100% is part of their culture. It's
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Asian supermarkets will have it as well 90% of the time.
Okay.
And your Eastern European supermarkets will generally always have it. So your ethnic supermarkets are where to go for it.
Yeah.
Hard to get. Okay.
Speaking
yeah.
of which, Eastern European, we got venison sausage and venison salami. It'll be
Yeah.
off Christy Malloy again.
Nice,
dropped it over last night.
Delicious.
One of his pals makes it from the venison that Christy gets,
Yeah.
and it's savage, isn't it?
Delicious.
Oh, it was unreal.
Absolutely. Even
It was the best way to start the day off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breakfast ever.
man.
Gorgeous, man. I gave Cooper and I was kind of waiting to see what his. The Lord, Jesse absolutely loved it. Man. It was
Loved it,
gorgeous,
yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous, yeah. Yeah, what could you do that with some of the cornbread, actually? Did you try it?
Oh, like there's the ideas be popping in your head. Like,
Yeah.
I was eating a cold. We were eating a cold this morning,
Mm.
but again, you could, like, I presume you could grill it.
Treat
yeah.
it like a chorizo. or
Oh
something.
man,
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
yeah.
And then we move on to the pigeon, which was, well, it was the start of the show for me because I didn't get to taste the trout yet, but
Yeah.
that was,
It was good, wasn't it?
Jesus
Oh.
Christ, man. The amount of meat on it.
Yeah, it's surprising, for a small bird.
They must have been fed well on that farm.
Yeah, I was telling Jack, like, when myself and Arya and the kids dressed them, plucked them and dressed them, and when we were gutting them, these little greeny kind of black berries. Should have kept some, but they were gorged on them. They were full
Right.
of them.
Greeny blackberries.
They were dark green, kind of. Some of them were
Like little pellets.
like little
like they
pellets,
were-
like
they were-
pea size.
Oh.
That's what the size,
Okay.
and they were full of them.
Did you ever see some of the wild game, wild bird crop have those little tiny little blacky kind of, like, the size of a pea, smaller than the size of a pea, like.
And these were definitely the size of a good pea.
Oh, were they? All right.
Definitely the good size of a good pea,
So,
garden
all right.
pea.
All right. Does a pigeon have what's the word I'm looking for?
Same thing a hawk would have, where it breaks it down in its
What is that
in
called?
its throat first.
Yeah.
Or something, isn't it?
What is that called? The
Gizzard.
Gizzard. Do pigeon have a gizzard?
I have no idea.
No.
Well, they have a
I
little,
eat them. I don't study them.
they have a little pouch here, like
Yeah.
what a pheasant has.
Okay.
Like
Do they? Yeah.
that holds all
Holds
this.
it.
So I presume they go around and gorge and then
Yeah.
Chill out then for the rest
chill
of the
out
evening.
then and
Chow, yeah, maybe so.
Oh, I'd
yeah.
love to have
do
a
like
little,
you do the popcorn, spit up in the air, and catch it,
yeah.
chill out.
Slowly but surely, yeah. But yes, it was some feed. Savage. Talk
Yeah.
us through. What would
So
we do?
with the pigeon, like all I did was we just spatchcocked it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was obviously plucked, cleaned out, and then we spatchcocked it by just cutting down the backbone with a
Yeah.
knife. You can use kitchen scissors if you want, and then we just using the hands broke it out into a flat piece, and I just submerged it in just natural buttermilk again from the supermarket. You can get it from a local supplier if you want.
You were
In
saying,
a-
sorry, natural yogurt does the same.
Natural yogurt
same,
is
yeah.
the exact
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah, it's all about the enzymes in the buttermilk to kind of attack the meat and break it down. Like if you were to leave the meat in the buttermilk for a week, there'd probably be none left. It'll just go to complete mush.
Mush, okay.
So overnight, 12 hours, absolutely ideal.
Okay.
Or even an hour, even 30 minutes, whatever. As the ad says, every little helps.
Yeah.
yeah.
So just put it in. Done. Leave it there. And then all I did was to make a spice rub then, while the pigeon is marinated, I make use myself and we start to making a spice rub. And all it was 2 spoons of salt, 1 spoon of sugar, and I always use brown sugar when it comes to barbecuing because the brown has that more sticky, treacle kind of
caramelizes
flavour.
a bit on the flame, doesn't it?
Yeah, I find that cast sugar and granulated sugar is too clean, it's too pure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we like it out here in the country. We like things a little bit more dirty. You know, brown sugar is good. So anyway, 2 spoons of salt, 1 spoon of sugar, and then I put in about half a spoon of black pepper, half a spoon of smoked paprika, half a spoon of garlic powder. Put it into a jam jar, shook it all around, and then we dusted it over the pigeon once it came out of the buttermilk. I didn't wash the buttermilk off the pigeon. We just left it dredged in buttermilk, coated it in the spice mix, and then put it skin side down directly over the hot charcoal, which was a mix of charcoal and turf, and got it nice and charred. One of them a little bit too charred. That we may have hid off a camera. Yeah. And then turned them over. So we gave about a minute and a half on each side. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. And then moved them away from the direct heat up onto a level above. But if you have a standard barbecue, put your charcoal on the left-hand side. So, like, when it comes to barbecuing, like, well, we're coming into that time of the year now where when the inside ovens are never going to be used. Yeah. We're going to be outside. And people are always asking me, how don't I burn my food? How do I get it nice? Well, obviously today I burnt my food, but
well, you didn't really.
But like in the perfect world, people are always like, oh, geez, whenever I do chicken thighs or drumsticks, they're always black coming off the barbecue and raw in the center. Yeah. Now, basically, the thing is, if you're using a gas barbecue or a charcoal barbecue, the cooking method that we use is called indirect cooking on a barbecue, and it's as simple as that. That direct is where the flame is directly below. The meat or the cauliflower or whatever you're barbecuing. Yeah. And whether it's gas flame or charcoal flame, that's direct. Indirect is when you have the flame to the left or the right, doesn't matter, and the meat to the other side. Yeah. So if you picture your standard kettle-shaped barbecue, your circular barbecue that you see, you pick up in every garden now this time of the year, they'll start coming into supermarkets. And then picture the yin-yang symbol without all the curves. Yeah. So you have your dark side and you have your white side. Yeah. Yeah. Put your charcoal on one side and you have nothing on the other side. Oh. So that's indirect. So generally in indirect cooking, what you'll do is you'll brown your meat, like your steak, your rib or whatever it is, over the heat. You'll seal it. You get that nice dark crust and you slide it across onto the side with no flame underneath it. You close the lid, leave the vents open, and it cooks away.
Job done.
When you're cooking on an open fire pit, there's a little bit more to it. You have to it's not about skill. It's just putting your hand in there and feeling heat. Yeah. You know, if you can't hold your hand over the heat source for more than 10 seconds, but for about 10 seconds, it's hot. Yeah. Yes. You know what I mean? So we just rather than moving it to the right or the left, we just went up higher. Yeah. And it's creating the same thing. So people sometimes get confused, like, oh, but you moved it up and you're telling me to move it right at home. Why? Different. Yeah. What's the saying? Different horses for different courses. Horses for horses.
Yes, yeah.
You know, and then all I did was we grilled it for about a minute and a half on each side, moved it up, gave it like 10 minutes or so, and then we made an Alabama white sauce, the famous white sauce.
Savage, wasn't it? I told you.
I'm telling you, this is. You were telling me about this like for the last couple of weeks, and my mouth was watering when you were preparing it. Yeah. And you drizzle it like over the pigeon, and then put it in a tray on the top rack, and again. Kind of, it just meshed or something with the
Oh, just next level. What's involved in that for everyone that's going to be sitting at home listening to this?
And this is one where I think I'd say most people have every one of these ingredients probably sitting in their house. Okay. So, big cup, a big mug of mayonnaise, proper mayonnaise, the good stuff, into a bowl or a mixer or whatever you have. Just put it in a full mug. And then in on top of that, you're going to put about 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of cider vinegar. 2 to 3 tablespoons again of apple juice to give it a really appley flavour. Big heaped tablespoon of black pepper. Heaped tablespoon of cayenne pepper to give it a kick of spice. About half a tablespoon of garlic powder. And then I put in about 2 tablespoons of American yellow mustard. And a big heaped tablespoon of horseradish. And that's it. That was a lot. Mixed it all together and done.
What's the difference between American mustard and English mustard? Like, what's the main?
Won't be as strong as English.
Like you, American mustard is just. It's so much lighter,
milder.
It's not, I don't even think it's related to mustard. It's just it's a condiment. Like it's a luminous yellow paste of some sort. Yeah. If you put Dijon in, you'll taste the Dijon. Straight away. Yeah. Whereas that. For me, when it comes to this kind of stuff, is we are cooking food and recipes that have their provenance in specific parts of the United States.
Yes.
And they make it a certain way, and it's theirs.
Yeah.
And this is how they do it, and they use the ingredients that they have around them to make it.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I try and do this kind of stuff, and I really want to go sentimental and do a throwback and do something that says, "Oh, it reminds me of when I was in the States with my dad and we're going to a barbecue, whatever." I recreate it to the T.
Yeah.
Now you can Irish it up and change it out.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm known to throw dashes of Worcestershire sauce into it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just 'cause I like that kick.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've often replaced a horseradish with wasabi to make it more Japanese and to give the sauce a green tint,
Wow.
to make it more intense. But that's really it. Just mix it all together and it's done. And I was saying to Anthony after that, all you need to really do then, if you wanted to make that into like a Big Mac sauce, so something that's very close to the sauce that's in the famous Big Mac, little bit of pickle juice. So there's a juice that the pickles are in.
Yeah.
Just going to say
2 or 3 spoons of that.
Yeah.
And then a bit of paprika to give it the red colour, and it's done.
Gives it that gherkin flavour. Yeah.
I can't wait to have the venison burgers with that sauce. We use that as a dipping sauce then for the pigeon as well. Like you just like cut them in half, and you were picking them up like chicken wings.
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
And just we were going in, dipping them in, and thank God there's no photographs because it was dripping down my sparse
I had
mustache.
white sauce all over my face.
Yeah.
You look like you're out having a stroke. It was class. Holy fuck. Talking about mustard, a little story here. We'd about 2 years ago, we had friends over from the States. Of course, first night they were here, big night on the fucking beer. They went to Larkin's Eating Dairy. Smashed the Guinness, just fucking went hard at it. Came home, woke up, dying next morning, like, breakfast rolls the only cure here. So I says to I said, John, I'm going to go in and get some. I said, well, I'll get you some, a roll, like a baguette or something, Oh, yeah, it's lovely, yeah. I says, what do you want? He said, rashers or sausages. Oh, just get some bacon. He says, all right, no, I can't say bacon or sausages, whatever. I said, okay, do you want any sauce? Oh, yeah, mustard. I said, all right, okay. Not thinking, He's used to his hot dog.
Don't tell me they put in Coleman's English mustard. Misfortune mustn't have a nostril left in his head.
I said, do you want, he wants mustard on it. And she was looking at him and she says, I don't actually think I have mustard. And he says, I'll get some. And next thing. And I was that hungover. She was putting it on. I was like, that'll be very strong. And he took a bite out of it, and man,
Japanese flag.
It was literally, what the fuck is this? Yeah, it nearly killed him.
You can nearly hear the head going.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because
clear as all your sinuses.
Gone.
Yeah.
Close enough to wasabi in the bite it gives you in the back of the
it's
nose.
lovely, but in a small amount.
It lashed
So
it on.
oh, Jesus Christ! So he didn't eat it, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was sad, wasn't it? Like
Delicious.
Pigeon, what I liked about today was like Pigeon. I wouldn't know what to do with it. I think a lot of hunters would. And you'd see big bags of pigeon coming into the summer, obviously.
Yeah.
Now and with crop protection and stuff like that. But this is an underrated meat.
So underrated, lads. Don't be shooting 50 pigeons and fucking them into the drain.
I'll give you my address. You can send them to me.
Yeah, honest to God, taste them. They're unbelievable.
It's it's like you were saying. There's a little hint of liver, like it's that has kind of that little kick, but really meaty. Obviously a little bit more denser than your chicken meat.
I think it's. If I'm going to say something bold statement here, it's. I think it's actually closer, nearly to a. Not really close to a beef, but slightly closer to nearly a beef.
Oh yeah,
than a chicken.
Yeah.
Do you know?
It's closer to venison.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, kind of tighter.
It's definitely more
fibers.
duck-like.
Yeah, duck-like. Definitely. Yeah,
it is like ruby red, like a deep, dark Tuscan red wine colour.
And very important to note, cooking it, you don't need to cremate it. Like
No, please don't.
No, it's not chicken.
You had yours just slightly pink in the middle. It was
Yeah.
Like with all wild poultry, you have to be careful, So look, if you want, you can eat it like an apple. Give it a paracetamol and try and put it back out into the field. But ideally, you want to be going to medium rare, medium. So I'd always cook to medium rare. Yeah. And then when it's resting, and you just cover it in your sauce or whatever, and just leave it rest for about 5 minutes, and the heat from the bones will actually bring it up to medium. Then it'll keep cooking on its own bones, self-cooked pigeon.
Self-cooked,
and my third rack on the barbecue,
was just perfect.
Just put it on the tray, and then that kind of let the sauce kind of trickle down to the.
And you could see the smoke coming off the turf, and it was just lapping around the tray, and it was just
Tell you the turf as well. Like I would have never, ever thought of turf on the barbecue, but like that this morning. Because a lot of sticks I burn now, And you said the minute you walk in the door, you can just smell a turf. Like, it's just that.
It's like smell of home.
Smell of home, yeah.
Well, I remember when you done the cook-up for us out in the gun club, and I was telling you this, I brought out a piece of backstrap, and you cooked it over, like it was charcoals with some peat. And like we had a good few people there that never tasted venison, never tasted any game birds at all. And like while everything was gorgeous, the one thing everyone, remember you cut it, and everyone said, "Oh my God." I remember I joked, I says, "You'll all be looking for fucking deer licenses now in the morning."
Yeah.
Everyone with that
I know, but in fairness,
flavour.
I even surprised myself there.
Well,
Every now and again.
Because I was so distracted
Yeah.
with the hunt and everything that was going on.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, the backstraps. And I just been turning them or playing with them in whatever way, and we cut into them. Even I went, oh, Jack.
Nailed it.
You hit the
man,
jackpot
that's
here.
pure art, but you claim
Yeah.
tax back on that.
Oh, they were perfect. They
Yeah.
could not have been.
Oh, it was the
any
colour,
better.
and it was they
a
were,
little crispy season on the
because they're
top.
perfectly circular as well.
Yeah.
Well, once they cooked, they kind of tighten up into a circle. They were almost like a bullseye.
Yeah.
Do you know, the colours faded in properly.
Yeah,
So like when you're in a really good restaurant, you know someone can cook. When you cut into your steak, your piece of meat, and it goes from like dark char on the outside, and the colours slowly fade from shades of black and brown and beige into pink.
Okay.
And as long as those circles fade in together, it basically means that the chef was turning each side of the meat, got the exact same amount of time as the next side.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the colour and the cooking fades in.
Brilliant.
Okay,
And I just love those, and you carve into your first piece of meat. And like, yeah, it's perfect if it's medium rare or medium, whatever. But if it's perfect, like it
It's like the
fades
Dulux
in.
colour charts, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
the different shades of blacks into the
Yeah.
purples or something,
Man, this and
Like-
moist, if we can use that word.
If you were ever driving around through Eden there and you hear someone going, "Woo!" It was me. Just myself at home after a few beers, and you're just like going, I still got it.
Still got it, baby.
I'm not
Still
just a
got it.
poser in front of a camera. I still got this cooking stuff.
So if anyone's seen somebody, a reflection of a mirror of a 30-year-old Cork man standing with just the apron on,
Out around Rahan.
Just doing a little dent on the main street of Eden Derry.
You'll know who it is.
Yeah.
Just no credit where credit was due, man. It was absolutely unbelievable. It was class.
you didn't taste the fish yet, but
Not yet.
the trout was I first time I had river trout, so or brown trout, and I said, now out of two things I was looking forward to, I had to be honest and said like the pigeon, because I've obviously tasted pigeon before.
Yeah.
I was less excited about the trout
Yes. Yeah.
because I thought it was going to be kind of slightly muddy, and then obviously having gutted them and all, you're seeing what they're gorging on, so you're saying, oh Jesus, it's going to be, but when you taste them, man, it's kind of whitish meat. It's a lot lighter than I thought it was.
It's not as pink, because I think I'm not super familiar with river fish, because as a chef in the restaurant industry, we never get our hands on river fish.
Yeah,
Ever. Like, we don't have enough to justify selling it into restaurants for customers. And I'm used to farm trout.
Yeah.
And it's generally farmed rainbow trout. And that's much pinker.
Pinker,
Nowhere near as pink as salmon, though.
Yeah.
No. 100%.
But yeah, the river trout was brown.
Brown, yeah, it was
Yeah.
like whitish brown. It wasn't like, it wasn't as as I thought it was either going to be really dark or like what you said.
It was
pink.
like the trout you see in a supermarket fading towards the colour of a mackerel.
Yes,
Okay. Yeah.
But oh my God, the taste.
it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like even Avril, you just left, Jack, and she was going in with the spuds and the fish, and the kids were coming in and taking bits off it. It was
savage. It is
savage.
I remember years ago we were only kids fishing down the Blackwater, caught a couple of small trout, home, hand them to my mother, and she's like, "What do I do with these?" Like,
Yeah.
literally, and of course, would have ate them before. He says, "Frying pan, bit of butter." Dead simple. He says on the frying pan, bit of butter, and literally there and then, man. And I still to this day can remember that taste.
Yeah, like they're just, when you sent me the picture actually of them, I was like, what am I going to do? I get when I don't know. I find about when you're shooting, there's a different sensation. I don't know. For me, maybe I'm not, because I'm not into fishing that much.
Yeah.
I just think there's a lot of work in it,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to mess up on something that someone has put hours trying to find the right reel, trying to find the right patch, trying to find the right whatever.
Yeah.
That I was going to cure it. So
Yeah.
you could have it for a longer period, and I was
Yeah.
going to make like a beetroot cure or something like that, something a bit out there.
Yeah.
And then it was literally the other day, I just text you. I said, I'm just going to frighten butter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what you did?
That's all I did.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
actually? Yeah.
Just a bulb, literally a full bulb of garlic, cut in half.
Yeah.
And I took that half, put it into the pan, put
Yeah.
the pan on the barbecue, so we stayed outside.
Yeah.
No oil, no nothing. About a tablespoon of salted butter in, waited for the butter to foam, salted the fish, left it intact, just had it gutted.
Yeah.
And just popped the 2 fish into the pan, let it cook away. Minute on each side, done.
Savage. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
A few
good.
garlic
Well
bulbs.
done.
You bit of garlic bulb into the side, didn't you?
Into the side, yeah. And then it kind of infuses with the butter, and, and it carries the garlic flavour across. I didn't go stuffing the fish with dill or lemon. I didn't go putting a herb crust on it. Nothing.
To tell you the truth, like I am, we're bouncing ideas on the group we have, and like you were saying about, we were talking about, tacos or whatever, and I'm really glad we started with that, because
Yeah.
you got to really see the kind of the true essence of the fish. I know it's not pretentious, but
you're right.
In its most basic, like, and it was stunning.
And like
stunning.
The beauty about that is, if you are somewhere out in a lake or you're out fishing, you don't need to bring on butter, frying pan, away you go.
A few
Garlic,
baby spuds, like a few baby
And
spuds.
all I did was I boiled a pot of baby spuds until they were soft.
Yeah.
Strained the water off them. Didn't even chop them.
Yeah.
Took the fish out, put it on a plate, and then put the spuds into the same pan with the same garlic and everything, and just started sauteing them until they were golden. And all you're doing is they're already cooked, you're just putting flavour on them.
Yes.
Little pinch of salt. And then I dived into the hedge during the week, and I went into the woods across the road from the house, got some wild garlic.
Yeah.
I got some on the hedge on the way over today. I got some what they call hedge garlic, but it goes by loads of names. Like in the UK, they call it mustard garlic. If you type in hedge garlic, it'll come up loads of pictures of it. If you type in mustard garlic, it'll come up. But it's also called Jack of the Hedge, and I was Jack of the Hedge this morning.
It's forever going to be in my mind Jack of the Hedge.
I think Jack of the Hedge is a more popular name. I just don't like using it because people think I'm taking the piss.
Yeah, Jack in the Hedge.
Jack in the Hedge.
Yeah.
My 2 long lengthy legs hanging out of a ditch somewhere north of there. And then primroses.
Yeah.
The flowers and the leaves.
No way.
And we just chopped it all up, dumped it on top of the potatoes like you would with spinach or kale, gave it a quick flip out.
Primroses.
Plate, done. Yeah.
Holy.
And then we used the flowers to garnish the plate because we got notions. I've got notions.
But I taste them like raw, the leaves and stuff. That fucking thing.
Yeah.
If only we had a mechanic around here, Jack.
I know. Sorry, lads. I failed. I thought
Just
this was going to work.
He left 2 hours before.
No, I didn't
have this ready.
I didn't. I screwed it on, but obviously it's not a success.
So that's what we get.
Yeah, that's what we get.
The primrose leaf and the Jack in the Hedge, they had a little like a mustardy or a spicy bite, like a pepper. It was phenomenal.
I drive my missus mad, right? I'm one of these people. I suffer from, maybe now that I have a gun, I might look forward to winter more. But I'm one of these people that get that like seasonal depression almost. I know there's a name for it.
I'm one of those.
Look, I think it's all in my head anyway. Just get on with life. But yeah, the minute April, May comes,
That there, I can hear that you all coming through it. Yeah.
the minute May comes, I'm straight outside in the barbecue, like living life. I just love the sunlight.
Man.
But when it comes to my missus and foraging, for some reason, I love foraging for mushrooms, but foraging for mushrooms frightened the absolute daylights out of me.
Yeah.
I've gone on so many foraging courses, and I go foraging. We do a foraging mushroom session myself and the missus in the Wicklow Mountains, maybe twice a year at most.
Okay.
But we go for 1 or 2 types that we're 100% certain that both of us know exactly what it is.
Yes.
There's nothing close to near looking like it that's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Or make you trip balls into the middle of Shannabooley. But they might slip their way into the foraging basket too. But
You make that sound like a bad thing.
no. I once sent it. Going on a side note on mushroom foraging, I have a friend of mine who owns a mushroom foraging business, and he supplies all of the best restaurants in the country and in the UK. Absolute slick operator. Ballahora wild mushrooms, brilliant. And like I always send him photos when I'm out in the mountains if I have reception, being like safe, yes or no, question mark.
Yes.
And one I sent him a picture of, and I said, safe, yes or no. Am I right in saying it's this? And he goes, not what you're thinking. However, certain number of milligrams, you're going to have the night of your life.
No way.
2 or 3 milligrams more than that, instant kidney failure.
Game over.
Oh,
Please tell me you haven't touched it, was his next message. Do not put your fingers in your mouth.
No.
Jesus.
See, I'd be the same with that.
See,
Frightened
but
the
this
shite out
time
me
of the
now.
year, it's all hedgerow foraging, we call it. And it's all green leaves that you can physically see.
Yeah.
And now there's apps you can download where you take a picture, the app scans it and it tells you exactly what it is.
Now, I was a little bit less scientific about my foraging experience last year. So a mate of mine brought home a bucket full of mushrooms, and he kind of just said, yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're all right.
Pretty sure.
So I just fucked a whole lot of them into a pan
You did
with like
fuck 'em
cream,
up.
yeah, and I ate them, yeah. And I was grand. Now, I'm not recommending that.
That's like the Russian roulette version of
But
cooking.
the kind of, the uncertainty
it could be
adds to the
tasty, or you
experience.
could die of liver failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in fairness, they were, as you said, the most, what would you say, the chanterelles. and
They're the chanterelle.
Yeah,
Can't go wrong.
Okay.
So like you have your yellow chanterelle and you have
Yeah.
your winter chanterelle. The yellow chanterelle just stands out. It's like a sticky note colour on.
Yes, yeah,
It's
yeah.
luminous yellow. The winter chanterelle can be a little bit... No, actually, it's safe, but it's very tricky to find because it's camouflaged into the leaves so well. And there's another one called the Amicus Deceiver. And
Okay.
it looks like a yellow chanterelle, only it's purple.
Okay.
Okay.
And as far as I'm aware, don't go out there eating every purple mushroom after I say this. I'm fairly certain there is no other purple mushroom in Ireland. So
Okay.
you're fairly safe. However, the one downside to the Amicus Deceiver is it doesn't have that great of a taste.
Okay.
It's bland,
Okay.
Okay.
but still makes a decent risotto.
Yeah, okay.
There's because Christy actually was asking, is there foraging courses, or can we get one? You know what I mean? And I'd love to do one as well.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
We might line
yeah.
one up in the next couple of months.
Oh, we
with
definitely will. We'll
Yeah.
get out and
call it a staff party.
staff party. Yeah. But yeah, we could tie it in with some kind of little barbecue or something out in the field. I think.
Yeah, that'd be deadly.
But,
Yeah, I love that.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah,
We're coming up
absolutely,
close now
yeah.
to field mushroom season.
Field mushroom season, so like
Yeah.
not in your
And
standard.
Do you know the puff balls? You know
Yeah, oh my God, they are fought over.
my mum got one last year.
Solid
Yeah.
before it became a puff.
Like actual, like it's about that size.
They look like a soccer ball.
Soccer
Yeah.
ball, yeah.
Like a white soccer ball.
Well,
You see
they're
them in the
good.
middle of a field. They're like a steak. They are the ultimate vegetarian substitute for meat because you just cook it like meat.
Meat.
We actually remember where I brought you hunting that day.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's this time of year, a little bit later in the year. Like hundreds of them, like hundreds of them. Like I'm talking now, they're this size. Me and Cooper used to kick them around the place.
Because I remember as a child, I used to run out.
There's vegans jumping off the. He did what?
We used to play a game. We used to fire them at each other and kick them around the place. I didn't know what they were. I presumed there was some sort of mushroom. I was like, there's no one fucking eating that.
Oh, class. Cut it into steaks. Wash the outside of it. Cut it into steaks. Pan fry it.
No
Yeah.
way.
Foam and butter and garlic.
Hugh Fernie Whittle used to do remember he used to do the paragliding over the fields? Do you
Yeah,
remember
to
that
spot
episode?
them.
Yeah, to spot them. Lad used to like paraglide over the fields to do spotters, and he'd have lad in the Discovery then in the field to the right and lad diving down into the right. And
No
yeah,
way, man.
Yeah, they're sought after, like.
Oh, man.
There's hundreds of
And
them.
it's always in a dairy field.
And you have to get them like really, because obviously they get, like any other mushroom,
Yeah.
get attacked pretty quick.
They're a funny one because they'll stay looking good
Good, yeah.
and then all of a sudden the inside rots and
Rots,
they come
yeah.
completely hollow and they fill with this green gas. It's the best way of putting it. It's the spores. So I just remember being a kid and going, oh, there's me ball, hopping out over the ditch. And then I just drew a kick in it and then
And the
No
dust,
way.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
comes
covered
off,
in
right.
this
Yeah.
green dust.
You see?
Kind of blacky green dust, yeah.
Well, there you go. I know.
Yeah, I
we
might
can
have a few
definitely-
inside my
there you
lungs
go.
now at the moment.
How's
A few
that?
puffballs inside my chest.
Could be worse, man. Could be worse.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be deadly.
Cool.
Yeah. Something like that would be cool. I even think like, even down to like berries, man. I love going and making jam or going. Even me granny got me got to use gooseberries.
Yeah,
Gooseberry
gooseberry jam, man.
Man, picking
My
blackberries.
favourite.
Yeah. Stuff like
You
that.
said as well, the blackberry leaves.
Yes, this
young
time
ones.
of the year, like your briars, your blackberry bush, the leaves are delicious, especially the young leaves as they're coming out. Just start picking them; they're class.
Yeah.
And they have that kind of blackberry taste to them, like that kind of blackcurranty,
Yeah.
fruity flavor. You can saute them like spinach, or you can put them in a salad.
I was going to say that. What could you
This
put
time
in
of the year, get your marigolds on and go picking those baby nettles. Your nettles are so small and young at the moment.
Yeah.
I was going to this morning and I was like, oh, I'm going to forget that I have nettles in this bag and I'm going to put my hand into what I think is a bag of garlic and I'm going to have a lot of stings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the nettles are actually... Do you ever look at nettles and go, I do not want to end up in there
Yes.
when they're big in August?
Yeah.
But this time of the year, you're like, oh, that actually looks delicious.
Okay. Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's as simple as that. Like,
Yeah.
And then I was saying to yourselves when we were barbecuing, it's just when it comes to foraging, especially your green leaves and stuff in woods and on hedgerows, think like a dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're walking on that road and you go, I want to go for a pee
Would I
right
piss
there.
on that?
Don't forage there.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, okay.
And as well, just beware of the roadside. I just don't want to encourage people to be picking stuff at the side of the M50.
Splashing off.
That's not going to be good for you. Like,
No.
you know, and the guards aren't going to be too happy when they have to close down 4 lanes northbound
fuck
on a Friday.
Yeah.
I won't be happy with you.
Yeah.
I spend enough time on the bloody thing as it is. Ireland's biggest car park.
Your nettles, like what predominantly would you use? Like you use it like spinach, or would you use it you can't use it in a salad, no?
No, I wouldn't use a nettle in the
Just
salad.
the baby ones.
I'd swap the nettle out for anywhere whatever you do with cabbage or spinach or
Spinach.
kale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Soup.
And it's supposed to be a superfood, yeah?
it's full of minerals, full of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very good for you.
soup-
Great, make soup. Nettle soup
yeah.
is savage. Nettle potato soup, that's a great one.
Is it?
So just get yourself a leek and potato soup. Swap out leeks for nettles.
No way.
Okay.
Oh, it's lovely.
Readily available anywhere. And then, like, even now, like, that is something we really do need to look into now.
Yeah.
Get out foraging.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to do that now. Yeah, I really would.
Today as well, the fish dish as well. As I say, I was hugely surprised with it. Like I was expecting the pigeon to be nice, as I said.
Yeah,
Now it exceeded all my expectations with that sauce. But
yeah,
the trout has made me want to get out and fish now.
yeah.
Especially because like the way people see when in the pictures, it was presented like exquisitely.
Yes.
But it was whole, head on, tail on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And it came out of the river, and that wasn't any.
And I suppose
Mad
that's
prep work.
we should remember through this whole podcast, this whole conversation. This is as fresh as it gets. This is as good. This is as you can't get a better quality meat anywhere, no matter what you pay, or it's fresh from the source, no more than the pigeon.
Yeah.
Organic as it comes.
As you can get. Yeah.
All it's missing is the certificate.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And that's like we talked about actually before. We were talking about the what would you say the missing link, I suppose, and all this. Because this is kind of this kind of cooking now is it's almost like apart from yourself, there's nobody here doing this.
Yeah.
That's able to. There's one or two, but I'm saying on a large scale, it's kind of like a forgotten trade.
Yeah.
Pigeon.
Oh, yeah.
People say
Like
pigeon.
in fine dining, they're doing it, and people are enjoying it, and the lads have insane skill set and stuff. But I think it's about time that we start promoting it more for the domestic market
Absolutely,
more. Rather than
yeah.
people saying, I like pigeon, but I like eating in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Give it a go yourself.
Give it a go yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As humans now, in the Western world, we've so much access to social media, information online. You can find every recipe in the world.
Yes.
You type in how to cook pigeon, you're going to get thousands of results from all over the world.
Yeah.
Different styles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Asian styles, American styles, European style.
Yeah.
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 know?
Of course. Yeah.
We said it, we were chatting, and I think, look, and I said, I'm going to be controversial or whatever, but the like back in the day, that kind of food was the food of the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that, the bigger meats, like the porks and stuff, were left for the big tables.
Yeah.
Or for Christmas dinner at best.
Yeah. Honest to God. Yeah.
And
on
like
occasion,
we've almost lost touch with that now, where we don't have like people. You said now it's gone to fine dining now. So the higher ends of society are the only ones with access to it now, because it's kind of priced out of.
Yeah.
But it's not, and it shouldn't be.
Shouldn't
because it's readily available.
Everywhere you look, they're there.
And there should be more of a connect now between that. Well, we're championing this anyway.
Yeah.
Between the hunting community and the local community. So if, for argument's sake, there's a farmer down the road with protecting a crop that's been used for the grain or the vegan or the vegetarian industries, he has to protect that crop. The hunters come in and protect it. But them pigeon, and they're being shot in high numbers during the summer, can be recycled in the community for like a brilliant meal. Like
exactly. Like if we want just to take away one thing from this, because it is getting to that time of year, and especially now, well, it's kind of close to the August and stuff. Where a lot of people be out shooting pigeons. This is as good of a meat as you will get. Anyway. Do not be shooting 70 of them and just throw them in a fucking ditch. Do you know
what would
I
you be looking, Jack? Like, say in the high end restaurants for a meal like you prepared. We prepared two different meals for that pigeon, like in a restaurant.
Normally enough, the pigeon will feature on a tasting menu in the summertime. Your tasting menu could be 6 courses, and you could be looking at, for your total price for 6 courses, excluding wine, you could be looking at maybe 180 a head at the moment. And it's just you're getting one breast.
Yeah,
one breast, right?
You're getting one breast.
Yeah,
and the person sitting across you're getting the other breast.
The other
half
breast.
a pigeon.
You know,
yeah.
Like normally enough, pigeon would always feature as a starter option in your more mid-level restaurants.
Yes,
Okay.
Because it's a starter size. Again, no, they generally don't serve whole pigeon. The legs generally get processed into like a stew or broken down into something else, like a terrine or something else, but like that. But with the breasts, they're taking 2 breasts off a pigeon is not enough for a main course.
Yeah.
So you get probably 2 pigeons and a nice salad, nice bits and pieces around it, cooked absolutely amazingly, served. And as a starter in a mid-level restaurant, you're probably looking at high teens.
Yeah.
Okay, there
For a
you
starter,
go.
you know, like 18, 19, 20, 21 euro.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
So like it's a high end food now, but it should be more accessible.
accessible to everyone. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And it should be I think there's. Fanula talked about it. You may know of this. There's a place in Trim, Jack, where you can go over and get, essentially you go in with your containers and you fill your spices out. You know what I mean? It's kind of.
Oh yeah, there's a good few around. There's actually one we go to at Mullingar.
Yeah.
So some of our shopping.
I'm trying to fix this. Once and for all, you keep talking.
Yeah, and like that, she was saying as well, right? They're trying to set up this. What would you say? It's like this. Not barter, but say you have an abundance of, you grow cabbage for argument's sake, you come down and look at that.
There we go. We got there eventually.
Yeah, your workout's over now, Jack.
Thank God my arm was cramping. I kept swapping arms.
Yeah, but so they're trying to do it like so that to keep the foods that are in the community kind of circulating rather than sending them off to be processed and coming back. So if you have an abundance of turnips or cabbage or whatever, they're setting up this kind of website. I'll get the name of it for you, but it's like you'll put up your vegetable and I've 10 dozen eggs here that you know what I'm saying, sure, like
no, it's wasted.
Isn't that, you know what I mean?
That's class.
Yeah, that's
just kind of more circular.
I wonder how, I'd love to know, because there's no exchange of currency, does that mean it's excluded from the health and safety board?
Well, that's what she said, because you're not.
That would make it awkward for all of us, because we have to go away and do serious courses.
Yeah,
we have to have certain types of van with refrigerators in the back of them and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
well, I do know with meat, as long as you're not selling it, you can gift, say, our venison. Yeah, you can gift it to your.
So if I gift you venison and you gift me a turnip, that's fine.
That's fine.
As far as I know.
Yeah, as far as I know anyway, yeah. Well, definitely, if we wanted to go, say, selling our venison, we have to do
the HCAP and the game handling course.
The game handling course, yeah, exactly, yeah. So,
but like that.
Good idea.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant, because and the same could be done, like, imagine like 50 pigeon.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Should just feed.
It'd be great in a way, even if you. I know it's be time and all, like, but if you had 50, clean them up and give them something, saying, "Look, all I want you to do now is just go home and try this.
Yeah,
listen to the podcast, go onto your own page. We'll put up a copy to it. Give this a go. Just give it a go. See what you think."
And like that, even on its own, when you put spice rub on it, like the smell that was coming off the barbecue.
Oh man,
imagine that in the middle of summer. Like now. We had to come and do the whole worky thing here and do the podcast after it. But like, I would have been happy out just cracking open a couple of beers and
Oh, if we weren't come back here to record podcast, I'd be fluted.
Game on, man, 100%.
I'd be outside your trampoline. Flat
there
out.
you go.
What a day at the barbecue.
Oh, stop!
Jesus,
couldn't have got better.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah.
What are we gonna like next? Like, what are we looking at fucking next?
What are we going to do? I'd love to do that for you. I think like summertime, even like berries for like desserts, and you know what I mean, like stuff like that. Some of the sweeter stuff that's out there, you know.
Well, what are we going to be hunting next? We're going to be hunting rabbit, essentially, right?
Rabbit, yeah. We're going after. Yeah, we'll be getting some rabbits.
His smile is coming on his face already.
Rabbits. There'll be some more trout, pigeon.
So with like the cool thing about wild food, right? And if you're going after rabbit and you're there stalking rabbit, you're in the field or whatever, have a look around, see what the rabbit is surrounded by, and that's what you forage.
Okay.
I think there's a romance to it from a meat eater. Like, you can go, right, what do people normally pair a rabbit with? Or just think, what's the actual rabbit living amongst?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, is he near nettles, briars, berries, you know, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
And you can build your meal out of that then.
Around,
yes.
And like, they're not nicer now. And if we come prepared to the hunt with maybe, let me think,
Do you know, and put it in the
Actually,
spot.
rabbit and risotto is class. And I've said risotto 2 times already in the podcast. That's why it's in my head, because we talked about mushrooms. I instantly went in risotto. So we could do a summer risotto with like nettles going through it. And we just cook it on a pot over a little camping stove, because you only need 1 pot for risotto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring a little flask of hot stock with us, hot chicken stock or something.
Okay.
And then we just pan fry or barbecue, grill spatchcocked out rabbits, and then just carve them up and pop them on top of the risotto.
Oh man,
That's the
We'll
plan.
surely find something
Oh,
like
man.
nasturtiums hanging around somewhere. Some. Oh, I'm getting excited now.
yeah, but isn't that like, isn't it? It's going to be next, like
Yeah.
that type of stuff. That cooking there, you're like. But today proved to me anyway is the simplicity of it, especially with the trout.
Yeah.
And even with the pigeon, like you could have ate that straight off the barbecue and just pick that apart. But you just need salt, pepper,
Yeah.
bit of, that rub you can tweak to whatever you have in the press, as you
Yeah,
said.
yeah, exactly. It was,
So
man, it was so good. It was. I can't. I just wish everyone could. The smell comes.
The smells,
right?
yeah.
Even Cooper ran by at one stage and it was like, "What is that?" It
Avril was
unbelievable.
Avril was coming in and out, and she was saying like she was kind of disappointed she had to leave, because the minute she came into the house, you could get the waft of the different spices and
the zest of
Yeah.
there's a little bit of lemon on that Alabama barbecue. as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
isn't there?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot that. There was a little bit of lemon zest in it.
Yeah.
That's a Jack edition. That's because I put lemon zest in everything.
Yeah.
I
So
just think lemon zest wakens everything up.
Yeah.
And as well, once the sun comes out, you start going to yourself,
Yes.
oh yeah,
Citrus.
lemon. Get the citrus into
yeah,
it.
so
absolutely.
a
yeah.
jalabama sauce.
A jalapeno.
Jalabama, I like that.
You like that?
Jalabama sauce. Jalabama sauce.
Give me more
That's
whiskey, man.
class.
I'm in an artistic flow here.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be fucking
When
dangerous.
it gets to the end of this, I could go the other way.
No, that was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I suppose that
And what
was
did we
class.
say? Finger licking pigeon, wasn't it?
Finger licking pigeon, man. Forget about your KFC. This stuff
Yeah.
is fucking the go. So
I actually can't wait for rabbit season though.
we'll have to do that, man. I'm geared up to go. If you
You're
have
gonna
your
start
rifle
getting
geared up,
pestered
Yeah.
with photos of like different rabbit dishes now from the internet.
let's do it.
Me.
And was it you that told me about, or was it about? Now, and I don't drink gin, but a slow gin, or no, not slow, is it?
Slow gin, yeah.
Was it you to tell me?
Yeah, it slows. That's
Yeah, slowest. from the
Yeah,
dish.
yeah.
So is it just standard gin and you put, or do you actually do you incorporate the slows?
Yeah, like you can. Normally enough, I think the easiest way of doing it is you get gin, your favorite gin,
Okay.
or you just get like Cork Dry or London Dry or whatever, and you infuse it with slows. I don't know how long. I think it's between 3 and 6 months.
Okay.
And you strain it off, and it's absolutely delicious. The slows have really high like tannins, so you
Okay.
get that. What other fruit has it? Kind of like when you eat a really mature oaked red wine.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you get that
Yeah.
that
okay.
kind
Yeah.
of tang on the side of your
Yes.
cheeks.
Yes, yeah.
But as well as that, like coming up to May, you're going to start getting the elderflower.
Yeah.
Or not,
Yeah.
sorry, towards the end of May, you'll get the elderflower, and you'll get the hawthorn.
Yeah.
Hawthorn is also edible.
Okay.
Do you know the hawthorn ditch that
Yeah.
our entire nation is built
Yeah.
on hawthorn, apart from
Exactly.
the west and the stone walls. But the hawthorn leaf, then the flower, the white one,
Yeah.
is delicious. It almost tastes like orange.
No way.
I know,
Jesus,
I'm a weirdo, and I was saying I drive the missus mad. You'll find me munching on something on a ditch for the whole summer.
I just got a picture me driving the road and seeing this lad perking out.
I just
Nettles
visualized it.
coming out of his mouth.
I visualized that episode of Father Ted where Father Jack goes running around.
Feral.
Yeah. He's there eating a rabbit.
Are you a human or a giraffe? And it's that, it's the mouth going around as well.
A lad with 2 marigolds, eh?
Yeah,
Munching on the hawthorn. So there's a citrusy.
citrusy tang to it. Yeah,
No
it's
way.
delicious. And look, if you're trying to flex or show off when you have a dinner party, go out to the ditch, pick some elderflower flowers and pick some hawthorn flowers and throw them across your plate, and they'll think you've hired in a chef to do it.
No way. Jesus.
We
Christ,
actually had
dude.
friends over. I was going to do like crispy shredded venison, just as a kind of a party dish.
Lovely.
Yeah.
But the friends we were having over, but kind of new friends, and just kind of and like that made me promise what's going to be in this now. There's not going to be any. And I said, no, I'll do it in beef, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I was kind of disappointed I had to do it in the beef. You know what I mean?
Why they didn't want the venison?
No.
Didn't they? Why?
No, it just wouldn't
just
be into
because
it.
of the not the taste. They're just
I just wouldn't be into trying it even.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed because
just do what I do. Just lie.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's big.
Kind of. Yeah, he said, look, I had to promise I wouldn't do it.
They
My
don't
own-
trust you.
Yeah, didn't trust me. Yeah,
my own parents, I gave them venison, gave them backstrap, and they're just kind of, oh yeah, it was a bit gamey or this, that, and other. And I was just like that was like giving me a slap in the face. I was like, all right, so you're not really into it. No, made a steak and kidney pie with venison.
yeah.
Gave it to them. Absolutely rang me straight away. That is the nicest I've ever tasted. Have you any 100%? I said, yeah, I'll send it up to you. And I waited till the whole lot was gone and said that was venison. No, it
Yeah.
wasn't. I said it was.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can overthink it. Sometimes you can think
it
it.
is.
You
Like,
can, you know.
My little nephew Harry is just turned 8, right?
Yeah.
And he's a big Steve Arnella fan.
Is he?
Massive. Yeah.
Legend.
Found them on Netflix one morning.
Yeah.
Play, and he's just now obsessed, right? So he knows I'm into my hunting, I'm into my wild food. So for his birthday, I promised him that I'd come home and I'd cook something wild with him. So you gave me backstraps.
Yeah.
Lovely Irish red deer backstraps.
Yes, yeah.
Brought him down the road to Cork. And we just pan fried him. And he cooked the whole thing with me side by side. He had his little stool out.
No way.
I brought down wild garlic. And I did wild garlic baked potatoes, same way I did the trout.
Yes.
And then just backstraps. What I did with the backstrap was I split in half. I did one half of it jerk spiced and the other half just salt and pepper. So I wanted to show him the game taste, but then I also wanted to have the backup plan.
Okay.
You know the way when you defrost red wild meat, I find it tends to get gamier in the freezer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was just a bit, hopefully, because he'd never tasted anything wild
Yeah,
before. He'd eat loads of chicken and he'd eat a bit of beef and all this kind of stuff. And he wouldn't really eat red meat either.
Okay.
And this wasn't happening. Like,
Yeah. No relation to mine.
you're doing this
Yeah.
the way I want you to do it, or you're not doing it at all.
Yeah.
Well, my God, himself and his younger brother, who wasn't even a part of the cooking, wasn't even influenced by me, they cleaned it.
No way.
Cleaned it.
I used to, yeah.
So it was just backstrap, salt and pepper, hot frying pan, cook it just like steaks.
Yeah.
Just cook them like quick fry steaks,
Yes.
less than a minute each side. Once they're brown, half a bulb of garlic, stick of rosemary, quarter of a pound of butter, and just foaming it over it, right?
Yes.
So more butter, more better, and just keep foaming until the butter starts to go brown. Take them out, leave them rest on a chopping board. Then with the jerk ones I just got jerk spice rub that you get in a supermarket. Didn't even make it myself, and just dusted all the steaks and let it sit for like 5 minutes, and then pan fried them the exact same way with the butter, with the rosemary, with the thyme, everything. Set them on one side of the chopping board. So I separated the two of them on the chopping board.
Yeah.
And then just got a load of carrots in their skins. Just put out tinfoil on the table or on the countertop. Put the carrots individual onto tinfoil. So one sheet of tinfoil for each carrot.
Okay.
Skin on, not cleaned, not chopped, not touched. Salt and extra virgin Irish rapeseed oil. The really nutty rapeseed oil.
Okay.
Okay.
The Boyne Valley one. Wrapped up the tinfoil nice and tight and put the carrots into the oven at 180 for 45 minutes until you can feel that they're soft inside the tinfoil. Then peeled off the tinfoil and just popped them onto the chopping board. Boiled baby potatoes, sauteed them off with wild garlic. And I bulked it out with a little bit of baby kale as well. And then just popped them into a big bowl, landed them into the centre table, and we all had a big family meal. And the two boys absolutely devoured it.
Mowed it.
And I think when it comes to wild meat cooking, you have to do that. I think you can't just tell people it's class.
Yes.
Or you could do a TV show and you could be like, this is class.
Yeah.
You need that education, whereas you throw back the River Cottage.
Yeah.
He used to be in that farmer's market in some town in the West Country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd be just going, taste that.
Yeah.
And he'd go, that was squirrel. That was
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes.
That was pike.
Yeah.
Yes. You don't let their preconceptions
Exactly.
cloud.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't let fear take over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
And once I think once you break through that, like even for myself, I had that when I first started trying venison.
Yeah.
You almost convince yourself it's going to be stronger than it actually is. You know.
Yeah.
So you're waiting for like we were tasting the whiskey there, you know, and you're smelling it. You're almost tasting it before you even taste it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
and that I know for a fact that's what happened. And even with the pheasant, when I was doing the goujons with the kids, I knew they were going to be, you know, because they're almost, or we are almost nearly trained now. I'm in the schools next week, you know, just going around to the schools trying to get them, you know, with the Cares of Countryside program.
Yeah.
And like that, you're trying to now not sway anyone, but almost make it more acceptable again.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely,
Like,
yeah,
do you know-
absolutely, yeah.
You don't want to force down people's throats
No,
either. And it's
no.
just like, if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, you're not. But you may be into it in the future.
Yeah, and say like, this is an option. Do you know?
Yeah,
this is like,
it's readily available.
yeah.
Yeah.
My friend, the physio, you know, Fanula, she was saying to me, I don't know where you listen to, she was saying, you know, she's vegan, she says, I'm not adverse to meat. She said, I just want to do my bit for the planet. So she's like, she does the community garden and I said, oh, they're very good, you know. And she said, you know, just, you know, I don't force on people, but like if we're all eating, you know, too much meat and it's coming through. And I said, well, I eat a lot of meat, obviously.
Yeah.
But I said, like, I could almost guarantee that I'd have less of a carbon footprint than any vegetarian or vegan. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my meat is shot, you know, 2.5 kilometers from my house at maximum, you know.
Yeah. No
And,
packaging.
No packaging, no foraging, or no
big
inputs.
factory.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And she said, where? And I said, just out the road from me, you know. Oh, there's no deer there. There can't be deer there. And I said, oh, there is, yeah. Here it is. Showed her the picture. And she said, that's fascinating. I'd love to know more about, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying, she said, and would you have an abundance of that? And I said, well, me and you were going up to Wicklow at the time and we're hoping that, you know, we're looking for a section out at the minute. So if we did have a little bit over, you know, I'd love to be that, you know, we could go to her and say, well, what veg do you have? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What, are you growing in the community garden and stuff like that?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'd be cool, yeah.
Do you know, wouldn't it?
Yeah, oh, 100%, yeah, definitely. Yeah, something like that would be deadly, yeah.
But like, it's an educational, I think, on both sides, you know?
I think, yeah, even when we do have people over, say, if I have family over for a barbecue here, I purposely like I would love to have them over some night, all my family, and just do a wild game night. You know what I mean? Just to not to ram it down, just to go like this, taste it, like this, you know.
Have the selection, have it
like
the trout there,
yeah,
have the pigeon there,
exactly.
have the rabbit.
Yeah, don't tell anyone what anything is. Just say, just have a taste. You either like it or you don't.
The way I like to approach it is the same way I approach raw meat, raw standard meat when it comes to your everyday consumer that eats well done steaks.
Yeah.
Just get them to take one bite.
Yeah.
Of a good quality steak that I know is going to be class, whether it's raw or cooked or whatever way it is. A really good quality. Cook it, start them, fade them up the line.
Yeah.
You know, if they're a well done person, jump them up to medium rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go straight to rare. Just go medium rare. Thinly slice it once it's cooked. Allow it to rest. Little flakes of Malden sea salt on it or Irish Atlantic sea salt and hand it to them. And they're like, oh no, it's red, it's covered in blood.
Yeah.
And once they put it in their mouth and it melts, they just go, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
But if you give them a bad, grisly piece of like bad ribeye,
Yeah.
you know,
straight
you don't
away.
cook it down, the fat's still intact, it hasn't melted.
Yeah.
It's not pleasant.
Yeah.
Do you want to turn anyone off it?
Exactly. And I you know, it's gas. Someone was telling me before, I was talking to someone lately and they were saying that tried venison. Oh, actually, I was down in the pub the other night and we were talking about it, and he says, oh, I tried it. He says, oh my God, he said, it was absolutely, he said, the stink of it, he says, when it was cooking, turned it off. And he said, what? So it must have been some dirty owl stag in the middle of the row or something, and it must have been like instantaneously cooked there and then, like. But it's shocking to say. I was like, no, I'll get you, I'll bring it out. It's not like that at all. Like, and no. That was his opinion. That was his last memory of it.
Yeah,
and it's very hard to change that.
But see, again, I don't know, Brenny. Like some of the lads, like years ago, I don't know what way they killed it, you know, or prepared it, you know, down to lands and you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Whether they were left in or left, you wouldn't know. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. There was no HCAP back then.
No,
came hand in course.
Everything was
boiled.
like,
that's grand. That's grand.
Everything was boiled. Antlers and all.
Just fuck them into the pot there and boil the fuck out of it. Yeah.
You said, Jack, just going back a little bit on the rapeseed oil.
Yeah.
I've never tried that.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, drink it.
Yeah.
Oh, Boyne Valley or New Grain rapeseed, savage.
You're saying
there's Donegal
nutty
one as well. It's class.
Nutty, you were saying like
it's so nutty.
Yeah.
It's like
50 Shades of Jack. Drizzled.
I
think we need to give Jack some alone time.
I think we should do a spin-off of this podcast. It's just me just making noises from my tongue.
Like Nigella Lawson, you know, is it Nigella? Is it? Yeah,
the male version of Nigella. I have a silk dressing gown upstairs, and when I come down to my fridge, I turn to the camera and goes, I'm just getting some rapeseed oil here.
I've had the first client for me Fox slippers, man.
Can you please leave a smiley face on the board for me? I'm
Jesus
size
Christ.
12.
As long as you don't start saying
need to be a
fucking
big fox to fit my
microwave.
Microwave. Oh God, microwave.
I was like the first thing I heard, I was
Benny
like, that can't be right. She's messing. Oh.
Microwave.
Microwave. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right, leave Nigel alone. I won't have a bad word said about him.
Oh, man.
No, we all love a bit of Nigella.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. No doubt
I
about
can never remember what she'd be cooking, but
it.
It
You're
looked
just
lovely.
looking at
Yeah,
that
yeah.
looks lovely, huh? Oh, why
I
is she
always
cooking?
finish the whole episode.
That's shock and talk. Get back on.
Sorry.
We're just minding
Yeah,
our own.
rapeseed oil.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's phenomenal to cook with. Really good. It goes up to in the nerdy term is smoke point.
Okay.
So every oil has a different smoke point. And we'd have to think about smoke points in kitchens because of our deep fat fryers and what oil we put into them.
Okay.
So normally enough, it's vegetable or sunflower oil because they can go up to a really high heat without smoking.
Okay.
Olive oil has a low smoke point. So olive oil will burn and leave off a ton of smoke once it goes over a certain heat. That's why at home when people are saying they're cooking steak, they're always on fire alarm
Yeah.
because they're more than likely using olive oil.
Okay.
And the olive oil is going boop and it's setting off the smoke alarm. Whereas rapeseed oil can go up to a scandalous temperature without smoking.
No way.
And it just keeps that super nutty flavour all the time. Like really good quality wild mushrooms cooked off in rapeseed oil. Is it better than butter? It might be better than butter.
Okay.
That nutty taste of rapeseed oil is just epic.
And
I use it as a dressing with nothing else in it. Like I put my thumb over top of the bottle and I glug it
No.
Okay.
way.
over everything. Should you even see me rubbing it into the chopping boards?
Yeah, I did see that actually.
Yeah.
Was that? Is
No, I was
that
leaving
rapeseed
that
oil?
because it was on camera and it looks nicer having a shiny,
Yeah,
freshly varnished chopping board. 'Cause chopping
yeah.
boards, you don't varnish them with varnish, obviously, because
No.
it's not food
Yeah,
safe. You varnish them with cooking oil.
Cooking oil.
Cooking oil, yeah.
But obviously, like every little helps. You know?
And come here, did they like? Is it healthy? Rapeseed oil? Is it cold pressed or is it?
It's up and down.
Yeah.
Like everything in that industry, when it comes to oils and fats and polyunsaturates and all that kind of stuff. Rapeseed oil, we would have been told it's healthy. It's just like olive oil. But a new study comes out.
Yeah,
so
exactly,
apparently,
yeah.
it's healthy in the general sense of heart health.
Okay.
Okay.
But in the sense of your microbiome,
Yeah.
apparently it's not.
Not.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't know. I could be wrong again.
Yeah.
Okay.
It changes so quick. Do you know the way it's the same with red wine? Have a glass of red wine a day. It's brilliant
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow they'll come out with another report going, don't drink any alcohol, including red wine. It's detrimental to your health.
yeah,
Yeah, isn't that what we're
exactly,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
obviously, olive oil is just cold pressed, just to press the olives and the juice comes out. You have your oil. Whereas with the sunflower, it has to go through like a heating process, and
Okay.
they put chemicals in to extract it. Isn't that? I think I'm
No idea.
I have no idea.
No.
Yeah,
no
but
idea.
there's a process to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, it's not.
I think rapeseed oil is pressed as well.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure it is. The thing about rapeseed oil is, again, there's all the downsides to it in the sense of the environment with the planting of rape in the fields.
Yeah, it's
Your
not great for
little fields.
biodiversity. Or
Is it bees it's bad for, I think?
Yes,
I think so, yeah.
Or there's some
Bees
of the,
love it,
Yeah.
but it doesn't love the bees.
the bees, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We have
And
to
I
look
think it's
after the
poisonous
bees.
for dogs as well.
Is it?
Is it? Yeah.
I don't know, my mother. No, look, I shouldn't be using her as an encyclopedia, but don't be taking that dog into a field of rape.
If
Lethal
Mammy-
dogs.
If Mammy says it,
There you go.
it's-
Yeah.
that's it. It's
There's
gospel.
no smoke without fire.
There's no smoke without fire. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They do look pretty, those fields, though.
Is it all the
do.
little yellow flowers?
Yeah,
That's
that
what it is.
fill our hills here
Oh,
during
yeah.
the summertime, yeah.
Yeah. You don't see as much of it anymore. I remember over around Newbridge and all, there used to be a lot of fields with a lot
Yeah, and we're coffee there as well.
of
same,
coffee. Yeah.
See, I find that generally when you cross into like Slane, if you're coming from Oran down here and you're crossing up through Trim and into Slane along the Boyne Valley,
Yeah.
they're rolling kind of hills that they have and it's just covered in yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big in Cork, like where I grew up, you'd have rape fields everywhere.
Everywhere.
Would you? Yeah,
It's
yeah.
stunning.
It's
It's
stunning,
stunning.
yeah. Whatever about Cork, but we're not giving them meat crowd any. Not giving them meat crowd any good pints in this.
Step to the left, you're in meat.
Exactly.
We're playing them tomorrow.
I
Jesus.
know, yeah.
Come
Oh,
here,
Lord.
They just mentioned our coffee. We had some of the Farringtons, the
Yes.
IPAs.
Delicious.
So we had Kildare turf, we had Kildare trout, we had Kildare pigeon.
Man.
Well, we don't know whether they crossed. They came into Kildare.
They came into Kildare. They were Kildare.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
checked them.
Yeah.
Check their
Waving
passports.
white flag as we're coming in. Yeah,
So-
and then we had Kildare IPA.
Oh, and a Cork chef.
Yeah. Look.
And look, can't have a perfect
Can't
world.
have a perfect word.
He's adopted into Kildare.
Yeah.
Exactly, without a doubt, yeah. So what
Where
you're
did
saying
you pick
is,
them up?
Kildare is
Oh,
class.
Look at
Brilliant.
race horses,
Men.
men.
Dare Shunting podcast. It's just
Do the way
Christy Moore.
everything comes out of West Cork. They have the little fuchsia logo on the bottom of it. We should make a Kildare one.
do they? I didn't even know that. Was it? Do they?
Do you know, like if you get a bottle of Clonakilty black pudding,
Yeah.
it'll have a little fuchsia on the side of it.
Will it?
Because like West Cork has been treated like champagne is in France.
Oh no, that's just that's
It's been
that's
AOC. Anything comes from West Cork has to be West Cork.
That's
branded,
not West
right?
Cork, that's just
But we need to
Cork.
do that with Kildare.
Yeah.
What would we do? A picture of a horse's head?
no.
A lily or an
St.
oak.
Bridget's Cross.
An oak.
No, or the St. Bridget's Cross. It's really Kildare, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
it is,
It's actually
yeah.
Bridget's St. Patrick's St. Kildare, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where she's from. She
Yeah.
lived down the road here, did she?
No,
on the road out of Derry.
Cora, I think, wasn't
Cora,
it?
yeah, she later called
She-
over.
over
It
the
was
Cora.
still. It's the night before St. Bridget's night. You put out, you hang a little piece of cloth out on the tree, no? So she passes through, and it's supposed to cure like sore throats and stuff.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never heard that before.
I just pour a
That
glass
is
of
the
whiskey.
truth.
Definitely, you've had way too much.
I'm
whiskey.
telling you now, man. My mammy always texts me
That's
every
how
night
it-
to remind me.
Does she?
The night before that, yeah.
Oh, well, I won't have
I'm
a
sure
bad
never.
word said about Gwen, so that's it.
There you go.
It's true then. It's true. That's what it is. Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, that's
No, I know.
Yeah,
Isn't it
you're
cool
right.
the way they turn the light on now?
Yeah,
That's cool. Have you seen that?
Hill of Allen.
On the Hill of Allen, this big light, a big flat revolving, flashing kind of white
There's hills
light.
around here.
There is the Hill of Allen, lad. Massive. Yeah.
Can I see
You
it
can
from my
actually
house?
you can see it from anywhere in Kildare because everywhere else is so flat. Yeah, but no, they do. They have a big light on. Remember, they had it on the Friday night. Yeah, St. Bridget's Day.
That's right, yeah,
It
they change
goes
the
all
colours,
night.
yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. You could see it from anywhere.
Wait, no.
Utah was the
No.
UFO.
Hold on a
Jack was
minute.
out foraging mushrooms and thought, look at
Is there
this.
something happening? Look, it's
The
all
first
coming
night,
together.
I thought there was lads out lamping.
Yes.
And I goes to myself,
A Friday night.
what kind of fucking bulb is in that? Is this that thing? It's like a strobe that you have outside
Yeah,
nightclubs in Miami.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Is that what it was? I'm actually delighted with life.
There you
the
go.
missus thought I was a psychopath,
Yeah.
hanging out the Velux in the bathroom.
God, what is
above
that?
the shower.
Yes.
Been like, I swear to God. She goes, you just ignore the light. There's no light out there. I goes, can you not see it? And every time she'd come out, it just disappeared.
Disappeared. Yeah, because it's on the big revolving
I was
thing.
down
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
rugby club training, and I kept stopping, going, "What is that light?" And everyone was like, "Jack, what do you want about?"
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "What is that
you go.
light?"
That was a Friday
I tried
night.
to find it on Google Maps because I remembered where it was coming from where I was standing.
Yeah.
Opened Google Maps and went drew the line. And I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, the Hill of Allen. Yeah. I was.
We've got our own bank holiday now. Kildare have.
Kildare have their own.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think it's about time we started getting thanks.
Yeah. They're welcome. What do you have? The Dubs don't even have their own bank holiday.
No.
Well, they have
no.
a bank holiday every
5 in
night.
a row though. Oh, fucking Come here. Yeah, I was the same. I was actually out lamping that night, and like I'm from Kildare, and I should have known. And I was out lamping. I seen this lamp. I was like, "What the fuck is that thing?" Then it
Yeah.
dawned on me. Yeah. So-
I seen a TikTok come up, and what it was some fella had the American garbage bins, the metal ones, and it painted red, and down the side of it said Milwaukee, and he had a strap over his shoulder, and he had a piece of like cling film gone over the end of it to make it look like a giant torch. And he was taking the mick out of people who collect Milwaukee tools, like
Yes.
you know,
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
to have it. I have to have this new one. And he was holding it over his shoulder, and his missus comes out to me. She was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "It's 5 billion lumens. I had to get it. You don't need it. You already have one." But it says Milwaukee. And that's what I thought it was. Some
Yeah,
lad
yeah.
with a turbocharged torch.
George, yeah.
Yeah, some lad. Speaking of TikToks, I'm actually going to play this. If I got my phone here, I'm actually going to play. Did you see? I don't think I've seen this one. Where even is my phone? Man, I'm going to play it on the podcast. Everyone's going to get some laugh out of this. It's actually on my Snapchat story here. It was like a GAA. It's the most GAA thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Where is it now? Yeah, here. Is it? Sorry, no. Bear with me. See that? A lad out playing football. I don't know. What do you see it again now again? Oh, wait a second now. Man, this is a lad out basically after kicking a free and absolutely abused the shite out of the crowd. Will you hear it again now? It's the most Paddy, whatever it is, shove that up your
Fucking
Oh, classic. Where would you get it? I suppose we better wrap it up. We're after holding Jack up pretty much his
The whole day, man.
The whole day.
Thank you very much, dude.
You're an absolute legend, Jack.
No, you
Fair
can go
fucks
home
to
now
you.
and say thanks to my missus.
Yeah, and we're sorry, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing you're going to do. You're going to bring that home with you anyway.
Get that
Okay.
into
It'll get that into you. That's
thank
a
you.
nice little. That'll warm you up now this evening, as the fella says.
That won't make it home.
Yeah.
She'll be coming to collect me.
straw.
We'll see you inside Larkins later tonight.
Yeah, so
In,
enjoy 2
enjoy
stacks.
it,
And
yeah.
great. And thanks to the lads as well.
Thanks an absolute million, man. And you'll have to come on, and we are going to get working in the coming weeks on a rabbit.
Yeah.
Rabbit, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're around,
definitely.
you want to come out with us because we've a couple of rabbit fields we want to attack.
Yes. Yeah. I guess.
And we'll start researching foraging day trips.
I think so,
I'll give
yeah.
a few phone calls with a few friends around.
That'll be brilliant.
See what we can do. Because you can, like, most people think when it comes to foraging, like, oh, we have to wait for the winter season or fall. Nah.
No, the stuff
They
there
can do
all
more
year
all
round.
year long. All year
Deadly.
long.
We need to do that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. Like, because we could make a nice day of it, you know?
Oh,
Yes.
definitely.
Get
Yeah,
out
definitely.
Yeah.
and show people
And
what's...
all you need to do is bring some sourdough with you and a camping stove and a frying pan.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Anything is good on top of grilled sourdough.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
dude.
Even did you ever cook the damper? The damper bread.
No.
Literally beer and flour, nothing else. It's a real Australian dish to do because they're out camping. So because the yeast in the beer
Does the job
raises
for
the
it.
flour. Yeah, beer, flour. That is all you need, man. Yeah,
Never
Cooks.
even knew that.
Damper. Yeah, yeah, damper. Yeah, Australian damper. Yeah, it's good. It's not amazing, but it's you know what I mean. It's
Yeah,
grand,
if you're out
like,
in
it's
the
a bread,
woods,
like.
yeah.
Exactly.
Better than
exactly,
eating a can of beans cold.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Without a can of beans.
What?
Out of the can.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Don't tell me
You heat your beans, yes?
don't even.
Ah,
You
they're
don't.
baked beans, lads. We have this argument at home, man.
Are you actually?
Do you eat beans cold?
Absolutely, I eat beans cold.
I don't even eat beans in their hot or cold.
Man,
I
I'd
don't
be
care.
fucking same now. I had a struggle if they were hot.
Yeah.
You don't eat beans.
They remind me of the
cold,
spaghetti
man.
hoops.
It tells you on the can to heat them up.
No, it gives you if you
It tells you on the can.
What it says
here at Bachelor's Beans.
what it says on the can is for the aegis want to heat them up. Here's how you do it.
So you're telling me.
See, if you need instructions to heat up the beans, you're not exactly intelligent in
no,
the first place.
but I was just
So
saying,
just
man. If you're eating beans cold, you're not intelligent either. Would you literally open a can of beans and just mow into them?
mow into them, yeah. And like I eat it with like you know cold beans and toast.
What?
No, I don't know
Cowboys
cold beans
breakfast,
on
yeah.
toast.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
That's not a thing.
Oh, yeah. And one side,
actually shocked here.
One-sided toast.
Like cold beans on toast.
one-sided
That's not a thing.
toast. Yeah.
What are you talking?
Do you know the old one-sided toast?
No.
See, I used
I've
to,
heard it before where they used to put the toast over the fire.
no.
You didn't turn it.
So years ago, right? We used to have
Years
these
ago. He's only
years
fucking.
ago.
He's not even 40.
Yeah, look, I am 40.
All right, okay.
And they used to have these. We used to have these like ovens, you know, stoves.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a top shelf on it. It used to come out like this, but the grill was on the top,
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah.
Do you remember them? Yeah.
Well, I've seen them in the museums. Yeah.
So you used to put your
I
toast in
actually
there.
had one when I was growing up in the house.
Did
There
you?
you
Yeah.
go.
I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
So
yeah.
toast used to go in there and one-sided. So it'd be soft on one side and toast on the other. And then we used to get the tin of beans, open up, stick the
I don't understand.
spoon
this.
in the
I
middle
just
of the table.
can't.
Sure, it's a dinner.
It's not. Do you realise like we are after spending an hour and 40 minutes talking about how good food and you recommend now all your credit is just gone out the fucking window.
Talking organically, so finding like wild food,
Yeah.
hedgerow.
He eats cold beans. It's weird. It's weird. But anyway. That's what-
Actually, try beans on cornbread.
And now I know how Picasso felt. A genius among idiots.
Oh my god, yeah, he had a natural talent, man.
This is the longest outro you've ever done.
Shut up.
Right, let's wrap this up before any more
yeah,
controversy raises here.
On that note, let us know if you also eat cold beans.
Or dog food.
Text into the pod, like hands up.
Man.
That, I'm going to run a poll on that, man.
Man,
You'll be surprised.
No one.
No, but
Nobody.
can, and on
eats-
the
was
poll,
funny-
can you put on like, not if you were stuck in a bad situation.
Yeah, no, not
If
that.
you had the choice, would
Yeah.
you?
Would you?
Hot or
Hot.
cold?
Yeah, if you had a choice now, would it be hot or
Cold.
cold? Oh, here.
Cold,
I
man.
swear to God.
What about spaghetti hoops?
I don't
Cold.
eat them, no. I don't eat them.
But you would eat them cold, I'd say.
If you had
Oh,
to.
I wouldn't eat them anyway.
Would you
Definitely
eat
not.
sweet corn out of a tin? Like,
Yes.
Yeah, I would as well.
would you?
That's fine, yeah. I have an awful habit.
I give it to fish.
It's already cooked, man.
I
You know
know,
the
but
cans of anchovies? I
Yeah.
eat them straight out of the can without rinsing the salt or the oil or anything off them. I just lob them in the gob. Love it.
But I bet you eat a kiwi without fucking peeling it, don't you?
Absolutely.
I knew it.
Like an
I
apple.
knew there
Yeah.
was something wrong with you.
My kids all do the same, right? And the teacher said, "Oh, you can't do that." Well, I said, go in and tell your teacher there's plenty of fibre in that skin.
Sweet mother
You wouldn't
of
peel
God.
an apple.
It's like eating a sock.
How furry sock found underneath a 17-year-old's mattress.
He was Corona with a lime in it. Fucking,
Well, like, it's better than eating a
the
fucking kiwi with
cultured.
the skin on the fucking thing, man. Jesus Christ.
what else
man.
would you do with it?
Do you even skin a rabbit? Grogan eats a rabbit, doesn't even bother skinning or not.
I wouldn't eat the skin of an orange, but kiwi, man, is like, there's plenty of nutrition in that skin.
It's hairy, man. It looks like a ball bag.
Well, I wouldn't be wasting it.
No, okay.
Do you ever try and peel a grape?
Why would you want to do that?
Right. Peel a grape and then taste it.
Why? Better?
It's completely different flavour.
Is it?
You can remove all the bitter tannins from the skin. So I was on a winemaking class before. I do some weird notiony stuff. And now it's more of a it's like peeling pistachios. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's a tick. While I'm sitting there binging something on Netflix, I'm literally using my finger to peel the skin off the grape,
Oh, jeez.
and I'm dumping it back into the tub. Drives the missus mad.
I was going to say
I'd say
that.
that.
Into the mouth. Oh, it's class.
No
And
way.
then once you eat a grape with the skin on, you're like, what the fuck was that?
It seems
Bitter.
like a lot of hassle, though.
I find it relaxing.
I find the same with the kiwi, man.
So I just don't have time to fucking cut it. Holy
I
shit,
make my
man.
life hard. You make your life easy.
Absolutely.
Man, I seen actually just before we wrap it up. Did you see that viral TikTok going around with your man with the banana?
No.
Oh, sweet mother of.
What was this? The fella
divine
where your man was asleep in the cab of the van, and the other fella had a banana in his hand
No.
and was kind of rubbing the banana around your man's lips.
No,
And your man
no.
opened- And the fella who was holding the banana, rubbing around his lips, he had his fly undone and his belt off and the pants open, and then all of a sudden your man opened his eyes and the banana went flicking back and he was like, started zipping up his pants.
No, definitely not.
All
that
you,
one.
after the video, all you heard was a curva and a big thump.
Well, we know what kind of when data has been pushed your way.
Yeah.
No, this was like, you know the way like you get a like the most rotten banana you've ever, like it's completely brown.
Yeah.
So it's like literally like
So it's ripe, yeah.
Lovely.
no, it's mush. Like it's literally no. You can literally
Yeah, no, yeah,
tear-
alright.
and he literally gets it, tears the head off, and puts it and squishes it into his mouth. Oh, everyone that looked
Like
at
a
it,
cool
man.
pop.
Oh, sweet mother of divine Jesus Christ!
Actually, be
almighty.
delicious.
No, I'm telling you, I'd say relate to you. It's a crook and a
Blacker the banana, the sweeter it is.
No
There you have
fucking
it.
way,
Yeah,
man.
same as
This
a
is
plantain.
sweet
Ask the
mother
monkeys,
of God.
man. They won't eat a green banana.
For
They
love
don't
of
have
money.
access to fucking. Oh yeah, well I suppose yeah.
And they peel it from the other side up, I think, as far as
Yeah.
I know.
What about spiders?
The bottom.
What?
Is it, yeah?
I don't know. Nah, that whiskey's gone to my head, lads.
They definitely don't eat cold black beans anyway. That's the start. We'll wrap it up for that for the week. Thanks for listening, Jack. As always, it was a pleasure.
Pleasure,
Yeah.
guys.
Come on, night.
Thanks a million, Jack.
Thanks a million.
Really
all right.
appreciate it, pal.
Hope you all enjoy, and yeah, we'll do our Daffodil Day raffle next week.
yeah.
Best of luck to everyone, and thanks again for all the prizes.
Thanks a million, guys. Over and out.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.